Welcome to Infinity Nikki. This is the Infinity Nikki Lookbook. No, bring him back. All right, you want the B again? All right, here's the B. This is going to be an interesting thing, okay? This is the second Infinity Nikki Lookbook that we've done so far. The first was revolving around Christmas time. Now, January has no holiday, which means that all we're left with are our thoughts. And unfortunately, the thoughts of chat revolve around Momo being given birth from a star, which is a little bit terrifying in some way, but also hilarious in its own way. Wait, what outfit is that? You haven't played in so long. Well, that explains why you only gave me a handful of photos, actually. It's a new one. It's very pretty. And if you don't know, again, it was Martin Luther King Day, you would think. Was it released on the same day? Well, you know what? I don't know if this is necessarily for Martin Luther King Day, but it is for Lunar New Year this year. It costs 980 diamonds. Now again, I think you get these ones from the free game. Like you play the game and you randomly find more and more diamonds, which is kind of neat. You also get it in your mail as well. So it's a fairly easy resource to obtain in order for you to get cool things. What's nice is that you can actually use it to get quite a few of these too. So, for instance, you can buy these outfits in the New Bloom Market. I really want his little trumpet. I know that in this game you can play music with him, but I'm going to be honest with you. I haven't played the game in a while as well, so I don't really have everything as I should, which is unfortunate. I'm also very behind. Can anyone please confirm? Can you play music with him? Please. I need to know if I can jam out with my Momo. But this is my host outfit today. And for those of you who don't know, under every single one of these, the people are wearing normal shoes. So if I go like this, and I get Nikki to show me her feet, don't worry about this one. I need more pose. If I do this and I get her to show me her feet, you can see very clearly that there is actually normal sneakers underneath her dress. I've never known anybody who wears these dresses and wears like really fancy shoes because it's very uncomfortable to walk in for a very long time. You control him playing, you think, like the violin. What? Wait, so we use him like a violin? Wow. What else does Nikki do to this poor animal? To this poor animal. Of course it's the feet. Upskirt? Okay, look, I'm not a pervert. It's not an upskirt. It's a foot picture. The feet picture is... I just want to tell you about how the Lunar New Year stuff goes. Very often what you'll see is people dressing up in the traditional set of clothing. So if I would go, I would dress up in like a blue... I don't know what the actual term is, but it's almost like a blue, traditional, very Eastern looking... almost royal looking garb. It's like a celebratory garb that I would wear. And then the woman would wear something like this as well. So nowadays the modern style is very, very flexible. You get a lot of really interesting styles, which you can see on Red Note, as well as other apps of that nature. And it's very cool actually. I can play the violin in this game. Wait, really? Okay, chat, I'm gonna be honest with you. I've only played up to the second quest. I spent the rest of the time getting money in order to buy more clothing. So I haven't really been interfacing with the game. I just go and I get money and I don't really do the quest, but I've been meaning to do more of the quest line. Wow. What's funny, again, so think about that, okay? Think about that and realize that I'm hosting this competition. Like, just think about how funny that is. That I'm hosting this competition despite me not really ever bothering to deal with the game in any particular way. The quests give money. Yeah, but they take too long to do, right? The easiest thing to do is to simply walk around and find some cool things that give you money instead and that feel fun to do. Look, even the mod, okay? Look, if I'm wrong, the mod is wrong too. She's only on chapter 4. She barely got anywhere and she doesn't stream all the time. I stream every day. Quests do give a lot of money actually, at least compared to just grinding. Oh. Well, maybe I should have done it. Honestly, they don't take that much time. Well, you see, but you're a brighter lamp than me. Because when I was doing the lightning puzzles, I did not do too well inside the sewer. And then we also went into a tangent about how the sewers remind me of the path in Toronto. You've nearly got the second miracle outfit. Wait, what? How? You just spanned this one game. What? Oh yes. So everyone's been playing this game, yeah. Anyways, so now you know that I'm not actually fit to be this type of host. But I thought it'd be funny anyways to have this competition because I actually do enjoy this game. I just haven't had much time. Unfortunately, I just haven't had much time. Exploring takes way more time. Yes, but it's fun, okay? I don't care about people in comas. They can stay in the coma for as long as they want. The thing that's fun for me is being able to walk into a cave and fight a monster. I'm like a child the way that I played this game. I'm like a child. You haven't completed it? No, you've only got 4 out of 8. Well, look at my chatter over here saying they've completed everything. You think they had server maintenance because the New Year update yesterday? You almost didn't make it in time for this lookbook's deadline. Yeah, I didn't know about the server maintenance as well. I was actually surprised that the server maintenance was all of a sudden, but usually most games that do celebrate it will do it like a week in advance. So it's not too surprising that I came out of nowhere here. You know, you also explored most of the time. You also haven't done the full main storyline yet. Oh. Is there any of us that have actually finished? You know what's funny? My wife finished the entire game. It's like she's done everything. She's done all the side stuff. She's done all the main stuff. There's no more content for her to do. She has gotten every single item. Like, there's no more content. So she's just waiting. Oh, man. You must have visions again. Well, you know what? In honor of your visions, I say we start with the visions that you're going to be seeing. Sorry, that was a terrible segue. For those of you who don't know what the Infinity Nikki Lookbook is, because this is going to be a very weird thing to show up to, because some people are going to click on this and be like, okay, why is this guy rambling? The Infinity Nikki Lookbook is a dress-up contest that I host with my chat, and I give them themes that they have to dress around, that they have to make a wardrobe based on, revolving around. I don't know. Sorry, I messed it up. What's interesting is that when we first did this, there was a theme for Christmas, okay? Now in January, there's no holiday, at least within Canada. So I had to come up with something. And I thought, you know, what better than to start off the new year than to start off with a back-to-office mandate by making you all dress up based around companies. And I wanted you to all dress up like the CEO of a fashion company, the bodyguard of a CEO, and the rich, spoiled child of the CEO. I wanted you to give me a dress that made you look like the top dog and everything, the bodyguard of that top dog, and a brat. Just a straight-up brat. You just finished the tutorial. Okay, well, some of you barely made the cut, but I'm glad that you're here. You've beaten the main story. Wow. I have to be mean this time. Can't have someone win each category again. Well, this is the thing, okay? There's a winner for each category, and every winner for each category gets a certain number of points, but there's an overall winner that gets the most points as well. These points, you get points just for participating as well, and these points will actually be useful at some point in the future once I'm done making the website, okay? The points of the points, is for you to trade in for things. So if I ever decide to make merch or something, or make a game or something, you might even be able to trade in the points to buy that game instead of paying real money for it. I don't really know yet. I'm still trying to figure out what to do. You had to Google how to get the camera. But you know what? At least you made it somehow. Somehow you actually made it. You the mod, by the way. So this is a message from the mod. I don't care what you say. The YouTube viewers are what matter. Mod, I want you to know, the last Infinity Nikki contest, not a single viewer said anything about your dress. Nobody. There wasn't even a single vote at all. Not a single person voted for anything. But as with all fashion contests, somebody has to vote for something. And I'm going to vote for those things. So again, you do get points for this. The points don't matter. The goal of this is for you to have fun. And hopefully the categories are good enough. At least, hopefully I made them good enough, the themes, for you to enjoy stretching your mind a little. Some of you have also given stories. And I've been allowed to read your stories once I get to you. Okay? And this time around, there's actually 5 different participants. There's actually a lot. Again, 75 images total. I didn't really think about how many different images there would be. I realized that my format for getting the images in is a little bit too tense. So the next one is going to be a lot more lenient for the both of us. It makes it easier for all of us, especially with the busy schedule and all these random updates and stuff. So I love, by the way, that you're all saying hi, YouTube, despite the fact that no one can see your chat. You didn't know that there was a writing project. By the way, the chatter who said I didn't know there was a writing project says this, but she sent me foot pictures of her character, 4 of them. She sent me 3 distinct foot pictures. I never asked for bonus foot pictures, okay? I never asked for a bonus foot picture, and I kept getting bonus foot pictures. Everything here is a writing project. Well, so the web fishing was primarily a writing project. This one is not. But in honor of the foot photo thing is, YouTube can't see us, but they can feel us. That is true. Especially because I read all of your messages for them. What writing project? See? You know who you're sending them to, though. You know what? In honor of you sending me foot pictures, you go second. The mod will go first, actually. Because the mod, I don't think she has too much time. I think she's at work, too. So we're going to go with all the people who are currently at work. But actually, okay, type in chat if you don't have time. Type in chat if you want me to judge your outfits first, okay? And I will be judging based on the criteria, the order that I set, which is I'm going to judge you based on your CEO outfit, your bodyguard outfit, and your sort of rich, spoiled child / brat outfit. YouTube is with us in spirit. You can be last. Okay, Herb is last. And again, as a reminder of the categories, let me read back what I wrote for each and every single category, okay? First category that we're going to be judging is the CEO of a fashion company. It's been years since you started your fashion journey in Maryland. It's so cringy reading my own writing. And everyone knows your name. You built your fashion house off the back of your hard work and a small loan of 1 million blings you found in your mail one day. I need to check my mail. What? Did they send new a mail? Yes! Diamonds! 500 diamonds! Oh, it's 1,000 diamonds, chat! Go check your mail, it's 1,000 diamonds! My apologies. I didn't mean to get so excited about my 1,000 diamonds. I didn't mean to get so excited about my 1,000 diamonds. But if you want to get the outfits, you should get your 1,000 diamonds. Anyways, yeah, found some million bling inside your mail. And now you use it to stand out from all the rest of your competitors as the premier stylist in all of Momoland. My Momo just jumped off the cliff. Wait, what? Where is he? Momo? Oh god. Momo. Actually, you know what's funny? You can actually push him off. Look. Oh, oh no. No one saw that. No one saw that. No one saw what happened. Don't worry. Momo's alive. He's just not having a good time. Don't worry. Between your stunning sense of style and your innovations in the field of fashion material crafting, you've dominated the field and shown this sensually deprived world, I don't know why I wrote that, what it means to look good. From creating the first ever automated bee skinning factory to streamline crafting kid socks, which you would know that that this is real in-game lore, okay? The bees are skinned to make socks, all right? To your publications in your groundbreaking research into onesies. I'm a genius. Okay, that's a funny phrase. You've pushed and continue to push the entire field of styling into a renaissance of its own, and you do it every single day. You're going to show everyone here, all of you, why you're at the top of the fashion game. Let them know how much of a girl boss you are and why you, and only you, are running the fashion game with all the power that being a CEO brings you, exuding from your very being. Poor Momo. Nagi's on the way home now. We'll be there in 30 minutes, so it would be cool if he could be the last he can be here. Alright, he'll be second last. The mod will go first, because, as you all know, the mod is also a busy person. We're going to look at the mod's CEO outfits first, okay? Because the mod, she actually didn't have much time, and she actually told me that she didn't have much time, and then she was also like, hey, I actually don't know exactly what to do either, and she said there's no inspo. Bruh, I didn't put enough feet. No, chat, there's no need. You don't have to put feet. The feet is optional, okay? The feet is optional. You know you're going to be last. No, okay, chat. Look, okay. Some of you included bonus images. I am not judging the bonus images. If there's a foot picture, that's for me. That's a personal thing for later. If you get a bonus image, that's for me to look at and enjoy. And if you have a story, I'm going to enjoy that on my own time. All I'm here to judge you on is the clothing per the fashion criteria. And I know it scares you. Okay, freak. I'm being bullied! This is the CEO outfit from the mod. I'm trying to get this to scale up properly, and I need to sort of move the camera around a little bit more, because I want my Nikki to almost be presenting this stuff piece by piece, which I think is kind of nice within her little... I forget the actual name of this dress, but... I really enjoyed what the mod was doing here with this CEO outfit. I enjoyed this idea of, the character being... here, let me actually put this on my main monitor. There we go. The character being this sort of like sleek, clean look. And I really, really enjoyed how sleek and clean this actually does look. I also really, really enjoyed the addition of the Eureka as well. I don't have nearly as cool Eureka, unfortunately, but this Eureka really, really fits in well with this outfit. It's got very clean lines, right? Very, very clean lines on the outfit. Very, very sort of like, not like muted color scheme, but like a very, very simple color scheme. But the key is within the like little details, right? The key is that you have this like canvas that doesn't distract you and allows you to focus on these little details, which is a little concerning because you're looking at a person, almost like an object. But that's the goal of really this entire fashion contest, is for me to look at Nikki as sort of like just a model. She's not real, she's a 3D model, so it's fine. I also really enjoy the use of the makeup here. I actually really do think that the makeup fits very, very well with the outfit. And the handbag, obviously, what CEO goes on without a handbag? And you know what's inside that handbag? It's not business documents. Probably. I don't think it's business documents. It's probably a notebook about who to fire, who to hire, and the next big fashion theme in her mind that she's gonna rock the industry with. But I really do enjoy this. It's a great selection of shirt, and the gold accents especially bring out that feeling of like high class, sort of big money, right? The shoes with the clasps around the ankle, it looks like pearls of some kind. I can't really zoom in to see it, but I really do like that. And I like that she's within her actual like spot in her store doing her thing with her very nice parting long cut blonde hair. The goal is objectifying Nikki, not the outfit. No, sorry. It was just a joke about her not being a real person, but also a slightly aware joke about the way that the fashion industry treats its models. But I like this. It's a very, very nice outfit for a CEO. Now, there's a second category. In fact, there's 3 categories in total. The next category is the bodyguard of the CEO. She only sent one outfit because she didn't have much time. Sorry about that. That's sort of why everything is going to be more into like, there's going to be more time next time too. You almost pick the same pants. Honestly, those pants do scream CEO. I was thinking of the same thing of like, those pants, because whenever you look at like a CEO business person, okay, this is my personal thing that I've seen very often. I've worked with a lot of executives who are both men and women and like in between and far and wide, okay? They all have a particular style, and that style is as simple as they can possibly be, if that makes sense. Which I really enjoy, in a way. But it's simple, but the details sort of belie this sense of, oh yeah, like they've got the money going on, if that makes sense. Next category is the bodyguard of the CEO. Success isn't always what it's cracked up to be. Sure, you've got a bazillion blings to your name, but it turns out that skinning bees on the daily has made some people a little upset. Reports are flowing in about an Italian plumber making the rounds on the great styling houses of Mirrorland, and yours is next. You can tell that when I wrote this, something's happened in the world. Lucky for you that you've got the baddest bodyguard in the entire country. And I specifically use the word baddest because it reminded me of baddies, right? Like, ooh, damn, she's a baddie, you know what I mean? Hired after her return from the war with the neighboring empires, which by the way is a real in-game lore. If you go to the border of this game and you go to the gates, you find a notebook that talks about the war, and you see soldiers standing there, and they talk about how like painful the war is and stuff, and how some people might not make it back, and like how boring it is to just stand guard versus fighting. She's the toughest person around, being a veritable one-woman army. She's always by your side though, so she has to look the part. Mean, lean, and above all, because she's a bodyguard of a CEO of a fashion company, aesthetically clean. Get your bodyguard something that shows that she means business, and that she isn't afraid to give somebody the business end of a firearm so glammed up it'll look like a skin from Counter-Strike. Yeah, it surprised you how dark the game can get, right? Apparently, so this is the thing about the game that I actually enjoyed too. Apparently the other games were just as dark. So this is not their first game. They have Love Nikki, which is the mobile game. It's like a 2D dress-up game. But there's no actual movement and stuff. It's just the dress up portion of it with the dress up contest. Then they had Shining Nikki, which was their attempt at like a mobile 3D game. So they actually had a game like this beforehand, but I don't think it was open world. But apparently the story in both those games is very dark. It starts out like sort of normally, but then as you go on and on and on, you sort of realize, oh, like this is just a normal world that's going through things as well, and the people are trying their best to survive in it. So it's actually a theme that's been going on ever since the game has been conceived effectively. I just don't want to say that word because of the Momo talk before. Momo being birthed from a star with that plushie. Which is really cool because you don't really expect that from a fashion game, right? With many games of this type, they tend to be very sort of basic in the sense of they don't really want to take any risks and they just focus on the act of doing the thing that they purport you to do. So it's like Nintendogs is just you're happy, you're raising dogs. There's no struggle to raising a dog. But everybody knows the struggle. If you've ever raised a puppy, it's the worst thing in the entire world. They never sleep, they poop every like 1 or 2 hours, they always want to play, and if you try to get them to nap, they yell at you. The entire day they yell at you until they finally fall asleep. But the problem is they fall asleep on you, so you can't move. In fact, Missy still sleeps on us to this day, and it's very cute, but it also means we can't move. You also love the Elden Ring-ish intro to the game. Yes, I'm glad that this game actually takes a bit of risk and actually tries to build a world that is actually interesting. Because, it's a bit like real life. Not to say that, it has to be like real life, but in many ways, fashion is this sort of weird realm where a lot of things are going on in the world, but here, because fashion is a way of power as well, they lean into that and they show you that with the power that you have, these nations exert that. And so it's all wrapped up in this weird Game of Thrones framework, which I really enjoy. It's a very odd way of doing things, but I think they've done a great job. You remember the rumor of the Nintendog puppies dying when you don't take care of them for a couple of days. Was that ever true? Because I heard that too, and I was kind of worried about that. How dare you tell my bot to oil up? Look, my bot is fighting back now. Your cat loves to sleep on your mom's face. Yeah, there's something funny about animals when you let them do it once, they keep on doing it every single time. But that's why you have to have a bodyguard, and not just any bodyguard. The best bodyguard in all of Mirrorland. And you know what? Who's the best bodyguard? Well, somehow it's Nikki. Once again, it's always Nikki, right? It's Nikki every single time, and nobody really knows why, but she seems to have every single job out there. What's funny is that there's no other characters in the game. It's just Nikki. So no matter what you do, Nikki is the only one who does every single thing out there. And she's basically working, honestly, she's a queen, she's an icon. She's working several jobs to get her company off the floor. She's just doing it so quickly that she pretends to be like multiple people all at once. But really, it's just her working her hardest for everyone. You want to be Nikki when you grow up. You know what? Who says that you aren't Nikki now? Boom! That's it. That's right. Ooh, you like that self-confidence? Woo! This is the bodyguard from our mod. So our mod has decided to go for actually a very interesting look. This, in a way, that shirt and that jacket combo reminds me a lot of Shohei Ohtani. Actually, this whole outfit kind of reminds me of Shohei Ohtani. There's something very baseball about this outfit, which I really, really enjoy. One, everyone knows bodyguards have got to have some solid footwear, okay? But it's kind of hard to have workwear footwear that looks really cool. But you know what always looks really, really cool? Boots. Especially military-style boots. They always have a very neat, sort of like sleek look to them. And then when you add all the trimmings of the fashion industry onto it, I think it actually lends itself very, very well. I also, actually, surprisingly, the very nice touch on the Eureka around the ankles kind of reminds me of an anime character's power. Like, she's currently buffed up to run really fast, which I think I really, really enjoy. So, very solid stuff there. And I know it's weird. Okay, I realize now I shouldn't be starting from the feet. It's not... I just kind of start things from like bottom to top. I'm gonna stop doing that. But I need to beat the allegations about the feet thing, okay? Very nice choice of pants. I think the pants fit very, very well. Because jeans are also kind of like interesting. Or like, it looks like a jean / like a dress pant combo in a way. It looks almost stretchy too. Like, that actually looks very, very nice. It fits well, but it also looks like something that will never fall off, as even if you're running at high speed, because it's high-waisted as well. I think high-waisted pants are the way to go. I will say my suit pants go a little bit too low down my waist, and I'm kind of worried they'll slip off and I have to wear belts and stuff. It kind of sucks. I wish I could go back to ye olden days when I could wear suspenders with like high-waisted pants, and I could have both my hands in my pocket, and I have the ankle rolled up to like, let's say 15% of my shin, right? And I could have like those like brown boots with like the colorful rainbow socks, and I could have like a pipe from my mouth and like a pair of like round glasses with like a nice little twirly mustache and slick back sort of hair. Who is stopping me, Stick? Who is stopping me? Me, my confidence, my fear of being made fun of. You don't understand, I'm 5'6". No, I'm just kidding. But I have thought about this before, where it's very hard to do these looks IRL because there's always that sort of idea of perception, right? There's some places in my city, for instance, where you walking around like that, you'd fit right in because it's sort of like the fashion district. But if I go anywhere else, people are like, I don't know if it really fits. That's on you then. Suspenders still exist. You know what? You're right. I'm gonna become an evil villain looking person who also works at the factory at nighttime. I'm gonna go back to that olden style. I'm gonna have like a library with a pipe in my hand, with like a book in my other hand, and like a I don't know, like a hat on my third hand. You love the sunglasses and the cap combo. Nobody would recognize them from outside while on a sneaky side mission or something. You know what? That's a very nice assessment too, actually. And I do like that as well. Yeah, I do. Again, the entire top half I really, really enjoy because, again, it's the stripes on it make it look very, very... How do I say this? It really does make it look more like active wear, even though the shirt style cut itself doesn't really feel like active wear, right? Like the shirt style cut itself, it's like that 3-button, was it over-breasted or double-breasted? I forget the actual name of the cut, where it like wraps over and then you like button it over there. And I love the jacket on the top. That jacket style has always reminded me of like those old school buddy cop movies, because for some reason back in old school buddy cop movies they always had a jacket that would be sort of like very short on the sleeve, and like it'd be very, very puffy around the arms and the shoulders. It always felt like a very flexible jacket to move in, right? And I love that she rolls up her like dress shirt thing too, because it feels like she's getting ready at any moment to like do anything, but she has to look cool while she's doing it. And again, the cap and the sunglasses, it's a very nice fit. It reminds me a lot of almost like Secret Service style, the way that they look very imposing, and you can never really tell what they're looking at, right? It gives that sense of like, oh god, you don't really know if they're eyeing you or they're eyeing someone else, but it at least sort of that uncertainty means that you have to trust them in a way, trust that they know what they're doing, trust that they're keeping an eye out for things. And in fact, she's staring at that lady to the left right there, right now, and you have no clue what that lady is going to do. I really do like this outfit. Thank you, Mod, for giving us the bodyguard outfit. The final category is the brat outfit. Now, the brat outfit is a bit interesting. The reason why I thought of the brat outfit is because I'm reading a webtoon about a character who went back in time, or sorry, she got isekai'd into being like a CEO of a company, but who she was originally before she isekai'd, or like who the person who inhabited the body was like an annoying, bratty, rich person. And then when she came in, she changed her personality to make it better. So that's where the brat sort of thing sort of came in. And I'll give you the inspo for the next Infinity Nikki Lookbook. That was my bad for not linking the expo. But let me read you what I wrote for it to hopefully guide you on this. Turns out, there's something worse than having a hitman after you. Having a spoiled brat of a child who grew up with too much money and too little sense. And this is apparently very common. Sure, you've done a poor job of being a parent for her to start on this downward trend, but at some point she should have realized that she had to raise herself better. I was half joking with that, and I thought it'd be funny to throw that in because it's both a as well as a so true king moment. You know what I mean? How much of a brat can one person be? Turns out, a hell of a lot. Dress to impress and flaunt what your rich CEO mama gave you, and be the chaebol child you were destined to be. And if you have no clue what chaebol is, because I probably shouldn't have thrown this term in. Basically, in South Korea, you have companies that are owned by families. And these families are in control of these companies. So Samsung has been owned by the same family ever since it started, okay? I think maybe they switched families once. But basically, a chaebol is somebody that's like from that empire. It's effectively a dynasty of some sort, and there's no possible way for them to be ousted from their role, and there's also no possible way for them to even lose that role or lose a chance at it. For instance, if you don't know, the latest CEO of Samsung was going to be committed of a crime, and the president of the country of South Korea stepped in and said, "We can't convict this person because Samsung needs their CEO, and we can't lose that." So he was let go and said, "Okay, you're free to go. Just be a good CEO." I'm not kidding you. That's how much power these corporations have. So when I say chaebol, I want you to think of that much brattiness. It's actually a pretty intense story. Go check out the Samsung CEO story. Check out that whole like lineage of things and realize that's just one company. That's just one chaebol, okay? There are hundreds of these. Dozens of them. You hate this world. No way. What? Omega. Oh man. It's a very fascinating way of looking at it. And that's sort of what the inspiration for the chaebol thing was, okay? The webtoon that I'm reading is sort of based on that Korean sort of corporate structure as well. So to see that and to see references to it, and then to make a reference to it here, I really wanted to channel this. There's also the story of that one chaebol's child who got mad and yelled at the flight attendant because she gave her peanuts instead of almonds or something. It was a complete mess. It ended up being like a huge scandal because of how badly she treated this person. So thankfully, all of you understood what I was going for, because I was kind of worried about if chaebol would actually translate well. But I'm glad that at least the rest of it translated well. And hopefully that inspired some of you to go down that rabbit hole of what is a chaebol. By the way, if somebody complains about your chaebol, about your brat, who cares? They're rich. What are they going to do? You're rich. Your brat is rich. Now our mod gave us 2 photos of their brat. And their brat, actually a very interesting look for their brat. Now, what's interesting is that their brat is dressed up to the nines in a very, very cute little dress almost. I also love the colorway of this dress too. What is a table would have said my subtitles, sorry. I don't know how to make the subtitles understand me better. Because maybe me saying chaebol, chaebol, I don't know how to say it. Chaebol, okay. Maybe it just has trouble trying to figure out what I'm trying to say. To be fair, it is using Google, and it should be better. Hello, chat. But I really do like this outfit. As a whole, from the back, right? It's just, looking at it from the back, looking at the back shots, I really enjoy how this immediately looks, okay? It looks like the dress, like the skirt and everything, and even the shirt and the shoes, like everything looks like it's made of like the finest quality stuff. The way that it shines, the way it looks so nice and sleek and shiny in the light makes me feel like, wow, that thing could probably cost an arm and a leg. But for her, it's like the same cost as instant noodles. Like she goes out, she buys it, and she brings it home, and she's all good, right? That's just something that she wears for fun. She goes to a salon every single day just to get her hair tied up. Doesn't matter if it costs 500 or 1,000. It's fine. Do you know why? Because she's rich. She's a brat. She has all the money in the world. And I really like this look because it's sort of the kind of look that you would expect from somebody who doesn't really have to do anything, right? I've always sort of looked at, say, like heels and skirts and stuff, and I not that you can't do stuff in them, but I always wonder, it looks significantly harder to do things in them. That I imagine that people who want to do things, and if they're not forced to follow a dress code, probably wouldn't want to wear these things, right? They'd probably wear, similar to what the CEO look was, long pants, just a shirt that like works and fits in and doesn't move around too much. Just something that allows you to sort of like, stay focused on your task. Here though, very carefree. Right? It gives that feeling of lackadaisical, of carefree, of somebody who doesn't have a worry in the entire world. Because why would she? She's rich. Maybe I need to spend more time together with my AI for better understanding, with my translator. I probably do. Well, not my translator, my subtitles. And here we go. We're going from the back shot to the front shot. And actually a very interesting look on this outfit on the front as well. Because you don't see any of the accessories, right? And I'm noticing the mod loves to accessorize. One, great choice of sock. Although I've always looked at these socks and wondered how they must feel. They must feel extremely silky smooth and almost like very, very like push through, if that makes sense. Like all the air must be pushing through in like some way. But also, I don't understand how these socks stay on your feet, because the way that it looks like at the top feels like it'll slide down. Many women in higher positions in offices and stuff do wear heels. So I always wonder how. Although maybe in offices it makes sense. But I always wonder how, because it looks so uncomfortable to stay in for such long periods of time to be in heels, right? And I've always wondered, like, wouldn't they want to switch over to shoes? I've always actually wanted to ask one of them to be like, hey, would you, like, do you enjoy wearing the heels inside the office? And, like, do you enjoy having to stay in them for, like, 8 hours a day? Going to like, various meetings and stuff? Women are more resilient to pain. True, that is true. Yeah, that is true. You know what? I'm not gonna doubt a queen anymore. If a queen wants to look cool, then she's going to look cool. It's not about what you want in this world, Stick. Well, in my world, in the world that I want, in my ideal world, it's about what people want, okay? What's the point of being a CEO if you're still subject to the same rules as the hoi polloi? What's the point? What's the point? Why must you be subject to the same rule as the peasantry if you're a CEO? I thought it was about power at the top. I thought it was about, the ability to control your own life. Gotta do it for fashion. You know what? That is fair. Gotta do it for you have to do it for the fashion. You know what? It's my slob mindset. I wear the same shirt every single day. It is the same shirt. It has stains on it. It has soup stains on it from 2 years ago that still make it slightly orange. And I don't care. And you know what? I show up into meetings with a shirt that has a hole right on my belly button. And that on the back says Budweiser. The higher you are, the further you can fall. So true! Okay, you know what? You've all convinced me. I really do. I really am. You know what? Why am I even complaining about You know what? I'm not even close. I am just another ant to be stepped under. I'm just another ant on the floor to be stepped on by the heels of the CEO. That's right. I want a CEO to step on me with her beautiful, sleek, and dainty little heels as it steps on my body and crushes me into nothing but dust. Stick do really be a cartoon character, always the same outfit. You know what's funny? I remember people in the office kind of wondered if I ever would dress up. And one day I was going to go on a date with my wife, and that's the only time that I ever dress up. So I came to the office one day, and I dressed up to the nines. And they were like, wow, what happened? Like, are you a new person? Like, who is this? And I was like, no, I'm just going on a date with my wife. Not to say that, like, just as in, like, it's just a date, but to more like, this is the only time that I would ever dress up for it. Because I wore that Budweiser shirt 3 days in a row, and I don't think anybody wanted to tell me that I stunk or something. Anyways. You have to keep at it, even if you're the CEO. That is true, because the higher you are, the further you can fall. What? You can lick the stain and bring back old memories. Now that's my chatter. Now that's a chatter who understands me, okay? Listen, all of you beautiful people, all of you like stylish people out there dressing up and being like, oh yeah, even if I'm at the very top, I'll push all the way through and I'll up my fashion game. No. Only this one chatter understands why I live the way that I do. I want to bring back those old memories on demand. We'll step on you. Thank you, chatter. But yeah, sorry. That was a bit of a sidestep. That was a bit of a tangent thing. I really do like this outfit. Okay, socks. I don't know how they stay on, but again, the socks, the way that they look, and just everything about this feels very free flowing, very very carefree, very very easy going. Like their life has no problems, and I really like how it shows in everything that they have. The flared openings of every single piece here really lends itself well to that idea of like freedom. On the shirt as well with the cuffs, and that dress again from the front, beautiful dress. I really like the way that it looks. Again, the material is so sleek and shiny that it looks like it's worth $1 million. And then the face. Look at the necklace, look at the hair accessories, and look at the glasses. The glasses especially strike me as something that a brat would wear, if only because those things actually genuinely look like they cost a lot of money, because custom glasses seem to always cost a ton. Maybe I'm looking in the wrong places, but I always think of like custom shaped glasses to be a very very luxurious thing to have, and that color in the glasses specifically reminds me of luxury. And again, those gold accents as well to really show off how rich she is, because gold and diamond and pearls and all these little accoutrements scream you have to be old money or new money in some way. On the wrist, in the hair, on the ears, and on the face. I didn't mean to say it like that, and just sorry about the connotations. I need to try two at the same time if I'm wild like that. Two different stains. Thank you, Maud. I actually really enjoyed your outfits. But she's not the only participant. Accoutrements? No, coochie is a vagina. Accoutrements, accoutrements, I think is like extra. It's like stuff. It's like adornments. I'm pretty sure it's the French way of saying it. Sorry, it's my French side. The mod isn't the only participant. We have many of them. Many participants. There's 5 of you in a total. To start off with, I figured we should start with somebody who's new to the game, somebody who wasn't here last time. In fact, there's 2 of you who weren't here last time, and I'll start in order of alphabetical order. So, BBB Bumblebee. Sorry, I butchered your name, but I just like every time I read your name, I always read the BBB like separately, like the Better Business Bureau or like Big Booty Baddies or something. I don't know. Not me. Oh, okay. Well, we'll go down into TVV. Every time I read your name, I also read out the V separately, like television video or top viewing venues. Tavadi. And as always, we're going to look at the CEO first. Now, their CEO actually looks pretty interesting in the sense of I'm actually very surprised about this look, and so much so that I need to double check that I download the right one. Sorry, just give me a quick second. Downloading the images, I need to make sure I label them all correctly. Yep. Because this look really does remind me almost of somebody who's much more, almost like punk, and much more assertive, much more powerful looking. And also, in a way, looks kind of like a bodyguard of her own. But in general, this whole outfit exudes power. You were just trying to make a Hitler, you're gonna be honest. Okay, well, please don't make a Hitler ever again. But I can see what you were trying to do. Please don't say that ever again. Please don't ever do that ever again. And you know what? If you're gonna go for power, make it look like me instead. Wow, looks like Edna mode. You know what's funny? I was thinking about Edna mode recently because every single Incredible has a different power scheme. But yeah, it's a very interesting sort of look, right? Because the dress really does exude a sort of like sense of authority to it. The leather jackets always to me exude a sense of cool, a sense of power, and a sense of like strength. And the leather beret is actually a very interesting touch because I've never seen this before, but I've always sort of looked at a leather beret as a very interesting choice. Berets in general are very, very fashionable, and then you add the leather on top and it looks and feels like a very powerful piece as well. So it feels both powerful and fashionable at the same time. That's not how Trump looks, silly. no, it's okay. See, this is happening now it's happening. Who doesn't think about Edna every now and then? Yeah, that's the thing, right? She was a very iconic character. And I like that this sort of like has this feeling of this character, who does feel a lot like Edna as well. Like Edna, in a way, and this character too. The way that you made her look, it feels like she's in control of things, right? Again, it's that feeling of like authority and power and strength that really comes through in this look. And then to have the gloves on top of that too. I didn't see that in the last image. The gloves, again, really adds that feeling of the power. And then the hairstyle actually adds that sort of like visual flair. Again, if you just have each piece kind of on its own, then it's like, oh, it's very interesting. But then you have the beautiful looking hair, the blonde hair with like is it buns? I don't know if it's buns. Do you call that buns if it's like an incomplete bun? On top of that, the loops. It feels like a fashion statement. It's very, very nice. In a way, I could see her being the front lady, too, of almost like a rock band of sorts. Or like a punk rock band. It's a very nice look. The fishnet as well is a very interesting accent to everything, too. So I do like the way that this feels powerful. And now we get a bit more hint of the shoes. And I thought that thing was around her thigh, but it's not. But Elon kind of does. Yeah, the Elon thing... listen, that was fucked up. Okay, listen. We're not going to get too deep into it, but the Elon thing was really fucked up. You all know my stance on that stuff. It's like pretty fucked up. I really do like the shoes and the fishnet. I really like everything that's going on here. And again, we're seeing these shoes make a comeback as well. Both I think the mod had this for her bodyguard, as well as now we have Tavadi with this for their CEO. Again, something about that idea of this almost military style boots, but then having that like weird accent of the clasp around the top to keep probably the laces from coming undone, as well as the red laces too. It's a very nice accent on everything. Also, the next couple photos are the same thing, but it did make me laugh a little because every single photo here is just a different zoom level of what the character is. It's like if I animated this and I made it slightly faster, it could be that the character is like zooming in or out into the character slowly but surely. It's like a camera shot of like a V2 of like a what's that? It's like of like a Vocaloid music video, like a 3D Vocaloid music video as it's zooming in and out. It's a very nice touch on the framing. I'm not judging the framing of the photo. I just wanted to point that out that I did enjoy that. You wish you could pick tights and socks separately in this game. Yes, that's actually my big complaint too. So, tights and socks separately. I also wish that you could do more different types of clothing combinations. Like, I wish that there was more ability for you to do more layerings on your clothes. Like, I was very surprised that only some pieces will layer on top of each other and then others will simply replace others. I was hoping to do a lot more weird layering combinations, but I get that it's kind of hard because how do you make it all layer without looking weird? Sometimes the game lets you layer certain pieces and it clips through, so it is kind of hard. You were just going off of my description, streamer. Okay, to be fair, my description was more about the corporate CEO, but like a very, very specific type of corporate CEO. A panorama, yeah, kind of like a panorama shot almost, but it's like zooming in and moving back and forth and stuff. They've also provided a bodyguard look as well. And again, I'm gonna show off all the photos before I go through into the actual judging process. Now, their bodyguard, I actually really enjoy this. This to me feels like a very, very sort of active wear type of look. This to me feels like the type of look that you see somebody who's like ready to climb over fences and do parkour and stuff to like chase down like a suspect would wear. And it actually reminds me a lot of the types of stereotypical sort of like bodyguard depictions within like cartoon media, right? Well, not like cartoon, but like in like anime and in like webtoons and this stuff. This is kind of what I sort of imagine when I think of a bodyguard, where they look way, way cooler, way more active than the rest. Like, she looks like she rock climbs. And then I can't rock climb. So like she looks like she's infinitely more active than I am, which I really, really do enjoy. Again, classic boots. I won't say much more about the boots other than they really do fit for a lot of different scenarios. The pants are really the key. Cargo pants go hard. This is a very interesting cargo pant too, because the cargo pants is both that sort of like up the shin look, and then you have the black socks, which I think is either like the thigh high socks or straight all the way up to the probably it's like tights or something. But it really, really fits well. Like, I really like the cargo pants that, like, you know, showing some of the shin / ankle, and then the way that it's like a high waisted cargo pants too that like hugs in tight and still looks very fashionable. And with all the different little what is it, cargo loops? It's like those like hook things. It makes it feel very industrial in a way, or like very, very what's that word? It's a very specific style word I'm trying to find, but you know what I'm talking about when you think of a person who's on like a cargo plane who has to hook things onto other things using like those bungee cords, kind of like that. Well, the shoes are like a uniform. You know what? That's a good choice. That's a good way of saying it. And those boots do actually rock. Yeah. And again, it's very hard to step away from these boots because they really do fit in many different situations. Okay. But I do like the idea of it being almost a uniform sorts. That is something that I was thinking about, of like, I guess if you're in the same company, there's almost a bit of a uniform style, but the reason why I kept it sort of very vague is because I also sort of recognize the motif of every single major important character having their own sort of voice within the monotony, or sort of the like standing out from the crowd that is in the work uniform to really show their elevated status, if that makes sense. So I left it very plain, but it's a very good interpretation of it. Very cool. She looks like she's ready to hunt someone down. Yeah, you really tried hard not to use those boots. They're so usable. Yeah, we actually saw this boot as well in the Christmas one as well. Quite a few people use this as well for the I think they're Grinches. So again, it fits so many different ways. If you can use it for the Grinch for Christmas, and you can use it for the bodyguard and the CEO, It's kind of a versatile style. But I wonder if it's just because boots in general are a very versatile thing. And then black boots in general, the color scheme, the colorway goes with a lot of things. And then black with red accents on it, very, very fine red details that don't overpower the boots, means that in general, you can pair it with anything and it still looks like it fits, as long as it isn't jarring, like I guess like red and blue. But even red and blue would look interesting too, so it's kind of hard. Yeah, CEO also had the same boots and the leather half jacket thing. You excuse it in your head saying that those are the part of the required outfit in the company. That's a very cool way of saying it, yeah. And yes, the leather jacket was a part of it too. I can kind of see the undershirt a little bit, and it looks almost like a collared shirt, but there's another photo of it later. I like her haircut too. Her haircut is sort of like tied up just to get it out of the way so she can do things, but it's also let down in the back a little just to show off a little bit of style and also a little bit of freedom too. Like it doesn't have to be all tied up. Thank you for getting your Nikki to remove her hand so we can see what's going on. I really do enjoy that you gave us a look at the rest of the outfit. And I actually really enjoy this. The use of a hoodie. I thought that was a shirt, but a hoodie underneath? That's a very, very interesting look. And again, layering two sort of outerwear pieces into one. Very, very bold choice. And I really do like it for somebody, again, who exudes a sense of, like, activeness. I could see this being pretty good for almost like a fall weather style sort of, like, bodyguard look. Right? Maybe not in like heat summer. Like a very hot summer, you'd probably start to melt. But during fall time, seems like a pretty good look. It gets you just enough comfort from the wind, but it's very flexible and allows you to just run and move as fast as you can. And again, you can sort of see a bit of the layering thing here. So that layering thing that I talked about, how some pieces are allowed to layer versus not. The hoodie, the arms sort of like billow outwards from the cuff. To me, that's an interesting way of handling the layering. I would have thought the layering would be much more sleek in terms of like how the game would have showed it. But because the hoodie itself has that like billowing sort of like large free arm look, it has to sort of make do. So I can see why it doesn't really give you those options. But here, I think the billowing fits in a way. It's a bit of a weird sort of like interesting flair, the way that the cuff looks. It reminds me a lot of old style ball dresses. Yeah, it's very interesting. Like especially with like those old style ballroom dresses where it would like puff up around your like wrist, and you'd have like a flare on it, almost like the cone that you put on a dog so it doesn't bite itself, kind of like that. So I like the way that it looks to almost sort of make the hands feel like they appear out of nowhere, which is a very interesting way of looking at this when you consider that her job is probably to catch, you know, ne'er-do-wells who are trying to attack her CEO. Again, another daytime look, a much closer look at what's going on here. I really do enjoy this look. Very solid choice of clothing. Very playful choice as well, you know. This reminds me of like the CEO who's had way too much to drink at work and is like kicking back, and the bodyguard is like, she wants to have fun, but she's also there to do her job to keep it safe, because when the CEO's job is done, the bodyguard is still at work at all times, which I've always wondered about. Does a bodyguard ever truly get to rest? In the webtoons I read, not really. So, very nice look. I really do enjoy this. Finally, third category from Tavati. From Tavati. The TV video Udi. From TV video Udi is the brat, okay? Again, I'm very curious to see how the brat goes. Because again, chaebol is a very interesting word. And it's not even like it's not even like a word, it's like a concept in and of itself. So I always love seeing all of your brats, because in my mind, that brattiness can go so many different ways, right? The CEO of Samsung currently, who got out of jail because he was the CEO, who had to be the CEO, and so he was pardoned effectively, versus like the person who yelled at a flight attendant because of peanuts. You could go anywhere with this, right? Like, it's pretty good. And just the idea of a nepo baby being like the thing to have in your category, it's always very interesting to me. And this is a very interesting look. We actually saw these pants as the CEO pants from the mod. It's a very sleek, clean pant, but also the shirt. I actually really like the shirt too. You can sort of get a glimpse of it. The color scheme is very nice. I would not have ever thought of this color scheme, but it absolutely works. The pale green with is it the beige pants? I think that's beige. It's sort of that like light, airy feeling to everything that feels very, very nice. I love her hair, the two ponytails, the twin tail style, and I love the clips on it too. And again, the glasses, I'm telling you, those styled glasses, it's like if I saw that in a store, I would think that's $500 easy, right? Because there's no way that it looks that cool and it has that custom shape and it's going to be cheap. Greetings, streamer. Hey, you made it. Good. You're next. I also really do enjoy, again, the way that the shirt, especially, it's this idea of like the cuff, right? That you sort of carry on from the bodyguard as well. But also just in general, again, that feeling of like airiness and sort of openness and sort of freedom. It's a very, very nice look. You stumbled on the shirt and pants combo randomly. It's a good choice, honestly. I also enjoyed that the shirt has that like almost that simplified butterfly on the what's that part of your? It's not your chest, right? Because it's like above your chest, or is that actually your chest? Where does your chest start and end? Where does the chest start and end? Where does your like a rib cage start and end? Where does your clavicle end? But just in the middle there, I think it's really, it's a really, really interesting look. The turtleneck does remind me a little bit of the lady who's the Thanatos or whatever it is, the one with the company that like did the blood testing, and she looked a lot like Steve Jobs. I'm always reminded of that. It's a weird connotation in my mind, but I'm always reminded of that particular scandal. I also really like the shoes. The shoes, again, there's something about a brat having, you know, very, 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 very almost impractical wear that would be like very impractical in many different situations, but she can just do it because she lives so carefree. It's something very, very nice. And I really like the shoe look because it has this almost sort of like lunar feel to it, which is very interesting. It has like the moon sort of necklace on it, which I imagine must poke her very often because as you walk, that thing has to like rock back and forth and then stab you. As well as almost that like sunshine ray button there too. You somehow associate Twin Tails with brattiness, probably because of Dekomori from Chunibyo Demo Koiga Shitai. Maybe I shouldn't have read that because I don't know what that show is, and it's either hentai or it's an actual like show. But there's only one show that I remember that is called Chunibyo, where it's like the girl with the... Is it the one with the eye patch? And then she's like a... And then they like try to stop her from like being like a not person? Like a not that type of person? Okay, yeah, so... Okay, yeah, so it's fine. What necklace? Sorry, the necklace looking thing on her foot. It just looks like a necklace thing or like an anklet thing. Anklet. It's the anklet. Dekomiri is our friend. I don't remember anything about that show other than it had really sick fighting scenes for what was effectively just a weird shitpost show. It was a very odd show. Put $1 inside the swear jar or two. I don't know. Yes, the anklet. Sorry, yeah. I was trying to figure out what the like word was. But I really do like this. It's a very solid look. It, again, very, very clean lines, but also very, very just interesting sort of like free form flowing. Like a lot of, so far, basically all the brats that we've seen have this feeling of like, they're very, very flowing, free, easygoing, because their life is sort of like easygoing too. And also, it has, every single brat so far has had this detail of, they have a lot of money to spend, and so they're gonna spend it. And it absolutely works. And again, really good choice of a hairstyle here. I think the hairstyle works very, very well. It sort of gives like a youthful, vibrant look to the entire thing. And then and then I just realized that the clip on the hair specifically is gold. It's actually a very nice touch to match it with the glass frame as well. And I'm pretty sure with the shoes, yeah, the shoes almost have like a gold look too. Also, sorry, if the stream lags a little bit every now and then, it's because this is a surprisingly heavy game to have everything going on at the same time. Why is the lighting in the game so intense? Let me just turn down the... Sorry, it was just so intense. Let me just... Okay, please pose. Please pose. Pose for me. Okay. Let me just do soft light intensity. There we go. She's like glowing. My Nikki, my host Nikki is glowing. Perfect. Sorry. I know it's like, oh, streamer, why are you doing this? But you don't understand. I want to show off my Lunar New Year outfit. And my cool, almost fox skin fur thing. Which I'm pretty sure it took a lot of foxes. Yeah, that's accidental. Oh. Next up is Nagi. Now again, there's 5 of you. 75 photos, so I gotta keep on going here and talk. You'll hear me pause to drink some water every now and then. Nagi, welcome back from work. They were a participant last time as well, but I figured we might as well do them since they're here and it's already sort of ready, fresh in my mind. let's look at the CEO look first. Again, I always like to look in terms of organization, sort of hierarchy. I like to look from the CEO down into her subjects. There's something funny about sort of looking at it almost like a family tree. The Lunar New Year dress and the recolor of it is your fave from this outfit? Yes, I do agree. So I'm also glad that they're both available for diamonds and not the premium currency. It feels like they're allowing everybody to get in on the Lunar New Year celebration, which I find to be a very, very interesting way of doing it, and also very, very kind of them, because some of their outfits can cost a lot of money. So, now, I made a little bit of a rule change. And I think it's a fine rule, as long as I'm aware of which character is which, okay? So to give you context, the CEO is that person. So the one with the more slick back hair. Or I guess like tied back hair. I'm not really sure how to say it. But the rule change was that you're allowed to sort of like do light Photoshop as long as it doesn't A, alter the outfit, and B, change the scene so much that it's impossible. So you can't have your Nikki in a cave that if it doesn't exist inside the game. You can't put her in a Walmart, and you can't give her a new piece of clothing. But if you just want to build almost like a story, then it's fine. That's an actual NPC. What? There's no way that's an actual NPC. That's an actual NPC? What? She looks so cool though. What? There's no way that's an actual NPC. The one with the bun, not the bunny outfit. Yes, that's it. It is. Wait, that's so sick. Please tell me you can get her like earrings, because she looks so good actually. Anyways, I'm not gonna judge her. I'll judge only you, chatter. Your CEO on the side. I also, by the way, I don't know how you found this CEO. I don't know how you found the dude on the right side, because you absolutely set it up perfectly. Again, I'm not judging based on the framing of it, so it's fine if you're not good at photography. I don't judge the scene, but I do appreciate it nonetheless, and I will say, you nailed this idea of, like, at a business meeting, because I saw you named the photos like a business meeting, and even then, you get that feeling anyways naturally just by looking at it. It looks like she's at a business meeting with her also rich CEO friend, and they're both commiserating over how it's like to be, you know, the top dogs in the game, and their bodyguards are just waiting on the side in this like public bar while they're lounging around in beautiful, comfy sort of like sofa seats. Her outfit is super cool, very cool. You haven't done that part of the story yet, so they also aren't in my pub. Yeah, I was actually very surprised to like see this, because I was like, I didn't know that there were this many CEOs, and I really do need to sort of finish the story to see these CEOs. My wife has done the entire thing, so when I see her game, it's a whole different game. Like, I won't spoil too much, but when I see what she's able to do, I sort of go, there's no way that this is a real part of the game. Like, I thought she was playing a mod or something, and she's like, no, this is in the side of the game. And she asked me where I was, and I was like, the second quest, and she's like, honey, you're so far behind. But yeah, I really do like your CEO outfit. Your CEO outfit really does remind me of like prim and proper, sort of like the classical sort of look of somebody who's like very high up, but then also extremely fashionable. And again, using the handbag, right? I love the idea of a CEO having a handbag like that, because it's not big enough for any documents, but it's just for her own personal effects. And why would you sort of like carry it in your pockets or something? You've got to dress up to the nines. You don't want to fill your pockets up with like stuff and sort of ruin the look. Toss it all into the handbag. And of all the handbags that you chose, that handbag, even from this distance, looks like it fits very, very well. I really do enjoy the scheme overall that you've got going on. This sort of like pink as well as black sort of like color scheme. And the pink combined with your character's skin tone, like it works very well in the sense of like, you see the very clear breaks from everything, and you see how it sort of combines. Everything feels like a bit of an art piece here. It's very nice. Very good choice of hair too. I actually really like this hairstyle. Very interesting choice. Really interesting choice of the necktie as well. Very Parisian. It reminds me a lot of those like photos of like very classy Parisian women, sort of like way back then, and then they would sort of walk around in their very fancy dresses, and they'd have that like necktie scarf thing. Also reminds me of an R.L. Stine Goosebumps story or something. Or maybe it wasn't R.L. Stine, but some other horror author, of that lady who has a tie around her like neck, and once her husband takes it off, her head falls off. But that's an aside. Also, very interesting choice on the tights. those tights, it's always been hard for me to figure out what to do with them, but I think you've done a great job here. For me, the pattern at the top almost reminds me of lingerie, so I find it very hard for me to want to use it somewhere. But the way that you use it here with this like almost short skirt dress type of deal, and with that parting cut as well, I think it works very, very nicely. Prepare for some lag. If you hear me not talk for a moment in between stuff, it's because I'm waiting for the stuff to load. Again, I don't know how you found these NPCs, but I really do enjoy these looks where your CEO is just hanging out and the bodyguards are like discussing, how are we gonna keep the boss safe this time? She's drunk out of her mind. And they're like working extra, like they're working double time to ensure that she's safe so she can have fun. Because you know what? She works hard and she plays hard and she gets to enjoy her life. Because that's what queens do, right? True queens out there, you work hard, you play hard, you deserve a moment to yourself. And look at her up on that stage. Very interesting look. And we actually get to see a bit of the shoe now, as well as more of the outfit when you're just standing there as well. Again, I didn't comment on this before, but even like the way that the arm is, I really like where the jacket sort of ends on the arm. And I like how there's a bit of variance to it too. How like, you know, if she has her arm out, it can still go down a bit further, but if she has it curved, it can go up a bit higher on her forearm. I really like the addition of that jacket on top of the like dress. And again, we've seen this leather jacket a few times now. It seems like that's like a very, very powerful statement that everyone's been aiming for here. I see a bit of that neck of the wrist. What's it called again? A bracelet? I was about to call it a wristlet. A wristlet. Like an anklet or a necklace or a wristlet. I can see a bit of the bracelet as well. And I do believe you got some black earrings on. And the glasses remind me a lot of a pair of glasses that we've seen before as well. A necklet! Necklet, wristlet, fingerlet, amulet? Wait a minute! Is that why it's called an anklet? Because of an amulet? Okay. I'm gonna say something here, okay? Things got worse when we moved away from the amulet name. When we started calling it a necklace, I think things got a lot worse, okay? It was way cooler as an amulet. Like, oh, welcome to, what's that? Welcome to Swan Diamonds. Would you like to buy a necklace? It's like, oh, a necklace, kind of boring. Or, welcome to Swan Diamonds. Would you like an amulet? It's like, oh, heck yeah, let's go. I feel like there was I feel like we messed up moving away from that name, right? Necklace just doesn't sound as cool. Like, sure, it's a lace around the neck, sure. But an amulet? It just sounds interesting to me. But that also because I'm just too RPG brained. But here we get to see more of the front. We get to see even more of the material of the dress as well. And I really do like this. I am also... this angle is a little bit... I don't know why you chose this angle. Let's just move on from the angle. But I really do like your accessories here, okay? I'm pretty sure... Now, you've also chosen like a slightly different glass, I think, from everyone else. Because it looks the same, but I think the shape is slightly different. It's very hard to see from this distance. But I do think it's slightly different from everyone else's choice for their brat. And in a way, it has that like dark shading on top as well as the like light amber at the bottom. So it still keeps in with the same theme. You've also got a very interesting choice of necklace as well. You can see a hint of what looks like a jade on it as well. It's a very nice look. And you've also chosen to go for the wide camera angle, which I won't necessarily... I'm not judging you on the photo as a whole. I'm just judging you on your outfit, but it is very interesting. Was not intentional. Yes. So so you're saying that this particular angle with your character doing that particular pose with her skirt being so loose and so high up, and then as well pointing the camera right where the gap in the skirt is was not intentional. Yes. Halt, says her bodyguard. Her bodyguard had spotted you staring at the CEO's skirt, trying to sneak a peek all the way at the very top. Well, guess what? You're not allowed to do that, and the bodyguard is going to kill you. I don't know how you got a sword. I have no clue how you got a sword, but I'm going to tell you this, and I told them this as well. This outfit could have been such a good, interesting sort of like Dommy Mommy Santa Claus, Mrs. Claus during the during the Christmas segment. But again, I don't know how you found the sword, nor do I know how you found this jacket. This jacket is absurd. This jacket is like insanely cool, and you even have a red, not like a red, almost like a military beret in a way. Like, it's a very interesting theme as a whole, but you've also got that sleekness that is very, that sort of like feels very, very, how do I say this? Clean and fashionable, right? And it feels like a very powerful look. It reminds me a lot of, forget the anime character, but like, it reminds me a lot of those characters that feel like they're the military commanders in anime. But she still looks fly as heck. Like, she looks really, really cool and really, really fashionable still. That's not a beret? I don't know the word. What's the word? It's not a beret. It's like a... Wait, is it literally just called a military hat? See, because in my mind, I was thinking, there's no way it's called the military hat, because that sounds stupid, right? Because I was like, there's no way it's just called the military hat. So I was thinking, I'll just call it a beret, because it looks similar, and that sounds more proper as a name. A Hawkeye? A Hawkeye? What's that? Hawkeye. Okay, I get results for Hawkeye. Oh, unless you actually meant Hawkeye. I don't think Hawkeye wears a hat. At least not in the movies. Does he wear a hat? Look, either way, yeah, it's a military hat. I just didn't want to say it. I don't know. It's like saying, you look at like well, actually, no. I was going to say, you know, the hats that chefs wear? I was going to say, you know, we don't call it a chef's hat, but it is a chef's hat. So, it is a chef's hat. Maybe humans are not as cool at naming things as I thought. You know what? I should have known this, given that we don't call necklaces amulets. Officer's hat, yeah, military hat, chef's hat, apron, from Fullmetal Alchemist. You know what? Yeah, that's exactly it. The jacket looks a lot like, is he the colonel or the major? The guy who snaps his finger, goes blind eventually, spoilers, and then can make a fire, okay? That guy. I keep forgetting his name though. It's been a long time since I've seen it. I don't even remember. Is the main character called Ernest? What's his name again? Mustang. There we go. Colonel Mustang. There we go. And what's is the main character's name Ernest? What's his name again? I'm pretty sure it's not Ernest, but that's the only name that pops up in my mind. Look, either way, it's a very cool outfit. And I really like, again, I don't know how you're finding these glasses. Like, even this glass. Now this glass is a triangle shape. And I really like how it sort of harkens back to the CEO style as well. It feels almost like a uniform look. And look under the jacket. So you have this, like, you know, overcoat jacket that like plays down the backside, which I forget the actual term of it. And then you also have underneath that jacket this sort of like very, very clean, proper collared shirt, right? This collared dress shirt with, it seems like, a necktie on it. Again, this is a very interesting outfit because I've never seen these pieces. But look what makes an appearance. Look at the feet. Look at the feet. Focus on the feet, okay? This is not. I'm not going to beat the allegations. Look at the feet. The boots have made a comeback. Everybody is loving these boots. Her foot, it looks like it's about to snap. I don't know why it's bending, but it's a very nice look. And again, I like how the pants, the simplicity of the pants, allows you to have almost more budget, quote unquote, on the top of the outfit. Like if the pants were also a very busy style of pants, I think my eyes would be very confused. But the simple pants and then the contrast with the back of that overcoat sort of hanging down, very cool. Very, very cool. Those are great boots. Yeah, very solid boots. And I really, really do enjoy these simple pants. Who doesn't love big, stompy goth boots? So true. Sorry, enter mispress. Yeah, I had a feeling. Does the stream... What happens whenever I switch images? Does the stream lag out? Like, does the sound cut out for a second? Because I have no clue. My OBS is like struggling to... By the way, this is like a 4K image. I know I said I don't mind the size of the images, but I do... You know what? I need to lower the quality of my game. Give me a second. I need to lower the quality of this game so it's easier to run. Oh my god, frame rates? Yeah, 30. Frame rate 30. I don't need a million frame rate. There we go. That's why my game was lagging. Sorry, that's why my OBS has gone down from the 10 millisecond delay down to 0.5. This is all technical stuff, but it really mattered a lot. Oh my god, it's so much easier now. Oh, thank god. Oh, so much better. There we go. They have to make those shoes real and sell them as a merch. So I had a friend who, she used to have those boots. Well, she was my friend and my coworker. She used to have those boots. She swapped out her laces for custom yellow laces, and I was like, that's genius, because like I've never even thought about swapping out my laces on my boots. But seeing that, yeah, maybe I should go find some red laces and swap out my laces for red laces on all of my boots, of which I have two. Because it does look pretty neat, like pretty nice. Again, another very nice close-up look, so we actually get to see more of that dress shirt underneath. Interesting choice of necklace too. Like the first one, the CEO had like a green jade necklace. This one is more of a blue blue necklace. And again, now we get to see these glasses in full detail. I have no clue how you found these, but these are very interesting glasses. The pointy shapes. Again, something about like hard cut shapes, hard cut lines like that, hard cut angles, where you immediately cut into some other new angle. Really reminds me of almost this like very powerful feeling of somebody who like means business. It also actually looks a lot like the emote looking. So if you type looking with a capital L inside chat and you have 7TV, the glasses look very similar to that too. Or there's another emote that also has glasses that also looks kind of cool as well. It's sort of funny how everything sort of like blends in together and it all comes full circle back into Twitch chat. Sorry, let me just drink some water really quick. Oh god, okay, sorry about that. I also really like the accents on your necklace as well. The like red on it. It's a very interesting look. This uniform looks familiar. Yeah, I didn't really want to say too much about how the uniform looks in terms of like what other inspirations it is, because I'm just sort of focusing on its own. But I wonder if it's just because all uniforms of this type kind of look the same way. Like a lot of military uniforms sort of look the same way in the way that they show up. You know what I mean? Like it's like everything sort of has that same type of cut with the double-breasted thing. Hey man, I just used the game assets. That is true. You're just using what your mama gave you, right? So it is what it is. I also didn't notice actually, and I didn't actually pay attention to this. Is that corset a part of the outfit too? Or that like corset or like a brace around the waist? It's a very interesting touch onto this outfit. I wouldn't have expected that. It adds a weird feeling that reminds me of the way that Lulu kind of looked from Final Fantasy X. It adds this almost like punk gothy kind of feel to it too. It's a part of it. You know, that's a very cool looking jacket. You know what? Okay, I need to get this jacket. I need to get this a jacket. Wow. You know what? You say that you're not a good photographer, but you took probably one of the best war pictures I've ever seen in this game, right? This really does look like a general who's looking down on a battlefield that she, you know, basically conquered, and the rain is falling, like that one scene in Full Metal Alchemist. And it's a very interesting look. Again, I'm not judging the photos, I'm just judging the outfit. But I think you've done a great job of framing this. It's a very cool look. And specifically, it's interesting to think about this from the bodyguard perspective too, of like, maybe her CEO is behind her, and she's like, wait boss, there's a couple monsters down there, and she's trying to figure out what to do. I also like how we actually get to see more of the back of this outfit, which, again, very strange looking jacket. Not in the sense of like, it's a bad strange, but like, I wouldn't have expected the emblem at the back especially. But given the game's sort of like wartime story, it's fascinating that A, this jacket is in the game, B, that it works so well as a fashion piece. I think you've done a great job here, sort of building this character that has all this like strength within her, exuding from her. But it's not just the CEO and the bodyguard. No, there's also a brat. Because do you know why? The hardest part of being a bodyguard for this family is not the CEO. She knows what's up. She's lived this, she's done this, she started all of it. It's the brat who won't keep trying to pull them away to go somewhere else, right? Trying to mess up all the plans, trying to be free, doing her own thing. In this case, the brat is trying to get on a train to run away from her family or something. I'm not really sure what she's doing. Where in the world did you find this train? How are you guys finding these things? I need to find this stuff. But this is a really, really interesting outfit as is so far. Again, this idea of somebody being just in sort of a skirt and just hanging out and just having this feeling of, you know, they don't really need to wear any particular clothing. They can just wear whatever they want and they can be free as much as they want. Very interesting look. Bro, play the story. Bro! Bro, play the story, bro! Explore more. For having talked so much about exploring, you aren't really good at exploring. To be fair, you're right. But I also only got to play, like, I want to say, like, 2 consistent days. Roughly, 2 or 3 consistent days. I think for the most part, my playtime in this game is probably about 4 days total. So whatever the main content is, that's the most that I've explored. And I've been basically doing all the caves and stuff, all the side stuff, layer by layer. But I still need to get the power to become small to go somewhere, and I need to get the power to fly in that little ship to go somewhere. That's a me problem. It is a me problem. It is a me problem. But you know what? Is it a me problem or is it a you problem, chat? I'm going on stream every day to entertain you all. Tell them, Heb. I'm being bullied. Yeah, I really do like this outfit. The use of a glove as well, that's a light blue a glove, the way that it matches with the bag, and then the long flowing hair, and what almost seems like a tiara. I think that's a tiara at the top. Very interesting look. I also really like the colorway of that skirt, at least from this far away. I like how you have this like pink purple theme scheme, color scheme going on, where it's that colorway, and you got this really nice plaid pattern skirt with pink and that light blue as well. Like, everything fits together so well with what seems like purple shoes. I know I'm focusing on the feet, but don't worry. Again, another back shot. Not every day you streamer. Okay, well, you know what? Mod? Just kidding. Mod battle. Again, another back shot. This is a crazy trade. I need to play the game more. I need to play the game more to find these places. But I really do like what is going on here. I think you've done a great job with this outfit, at least so far from the back. I really like all the pieces, and I really like the color scheme. Again, it seems like the idea of a brat being sort of like a pink purple or like a pink hued color scheme seems to be a very common theme here. There's something about the Barbie aesthetic that lends itself well to being a brat. And yes, I would play the song by Aqua here if I wasn't going to get DMCA'd. You know what? Why not? No, don't do it. It's gonna affect my judging. If I play the Barbie song, the Barbie girl song, it's going to affect how I judge this outfit. Uh-oh, very nice frontal shot here as well. I like how you framed this photo. Again, I'm not judging based on the photo, but I like how you made it so that she's so lonely, and so it's like she has to talk to this weird sack thing in front of her. Because she doesn't have any human friends, because she's so above them. She's so above those peasants back in Mirrorland that she doesn't need to have any of this, and she's just there looking at the sack, and she's just staring at the sack, trying to talk to this weird monster creature thing. I like the shirt that you have on. I didn't realize that it was more of like a see-through fishnet style of a thing. Which is a very interesting look. And I can see a bit more of the tiara, as well as the necklace as well. I really like everything that's going on here. And it seems like around the cuff, you might have one of those like a flare cuff things where it's like a piece of fabric around the cuff and not like a full-on bracelet. It seems like that because the shirt is pink, and it seems like your bracelet is that blue sort of cuff thing. It's a very nice look. There we go. And here we get the close-up. The close-up from the front. Yes, it is a bit of a fishnet thing. And wow, actually very good choice for the undershirt. The undershirt being almost feels like, I forget the name of the shirt, but it feels like the kind of shirt that you get from your like university sports team or something, or like from your, or like as like a cheerleader. That's like the thing that you wear as your top, right underneath like another layer or something. It's a very interesting look. I also really like the makeup choice as well. The blush, the very, very heavy blush, fits very, very well with everything, especially with the color scheme. And again, we're seeing more of that like darker tint lipstick coming out. The necklace combo, is that are both pieces of that necklace a part of the same piece? Like it's like, because it seems like you have a choker as well as a necklace on. Very bold choice. Full of diamonds, blinged out, iced out like crazy everywhere. And now I see much more closely what that blue thing around your wrist was. That is also just straight up, just a heavily iced out bracelet. Really nice stuff. You really get the sense that she's a bit of a princess here. It's very good. Herb and you played the Barbie song in Fortnite today. You did. Okay, that song really is it's a really good song though, like a really solid song. She's the typical doll, like never had to work with her hands or the brains kind of gal. Exactly. Yeah, she has that vibe. Exactly. She's just a straight up princess. She doesn't need to do anything. She has everyone else to do it for her, and she can just live her life doing whatever she wants. And again, another frontal shot of her. I need to think of a better way to say this besides frontal shot. I also, actually, looking closely at the bag, it's a very interesting choice too. I like how you chose the almost the woven bag, right? The is it the woven style bag? I forget the actual name of it, but it doesn't look like the other bags where it's like a leather hard cut. It looks more like a very sort of like almost casual sort of like woven bag style. It fits in more with the rest of her clothing, and I think you actually matched it very, very well in terms of the feel of the texture of her clothes too. Like it's because the leather, if you chose a leather one, say, it would feel like it's like very, very sort of like discordant, but here it feels like it just fits in, like it's almost like a knapsack of sorts. You feel like Noggy's brat and your brat would first hate each other and then become besties later on through character development, etc. I like how you made up your own story. I actually really do enjoy that, you know. Thank you, Noggy, for your submissions. I really enjoyed all of them. And finally, we have 2 more contestants to go through. I didn't realize this was so many people. Thank you all for participating. Another newbie to the scene. Not newbie as in they're bad, but newbie as in they've never done this contest, even though this is only the second one, so really, is there any history at all? BBB Bumblebee. I like to butcher her name, because the BBB, again, Better Business Bureau, Big Booty Bitches, Bad Brown Bags. I don't know. Like, I don't know what this is. But something about capital letters that are repeated in somebody's name always makes me sort of like see it as its own acronym, and it always messes me up. But this is Bumblebee, and thank you for your submissions. BBB Umblebee. Yeah, exactly. It's like, it's just, but for some reason, it's like, I see it them both as like separate things. Sorry, Bumblebee was the taken. Oh, so you did the XXX, so you did the XX Seth, the Sephiroth thing. So first you were like Sephiroth, and then you're like, okay, someone took Sephiroth, so you do X Sephiroth. It was taken X Sephiroth X, and you just keep on going until one of those combinations works. You like to think it stands for Big Boss Bumblebee. Okay, that's a baller name. You should, you know, don't just think that, own it. Don't just think it, own it. Tell everybody. They ask you what does the B stand for? Big Boss. Like V stick. Okay, listen, that was well, now you know why I named myself that way, because, you know, it's a pretty generic name, right? But you like big booty too. Big Booty Bumblebee, Big Boss Bumblebee. You know what? Own whichever one you want. I don't want to place that on you because it feels inappropriate. You know, it feels a little inappropriate if your streamer calls you Big Booty Bumblebee, and I like to stay away from any allegations or any drama. So let's move on. Big Boober. Okay, I didn't say that. That was Noggy. I just read the chat message. Beautiful, bodacious beauty. Yo. Now that's wordplay. Beautiful, bodacious booty, Umblebee. Umblebee! Anyways, Umblebee, thank you for your submission. This is Umblebee's CEO, and I really like the CEO look. The CEO look is actually very interesting. One, the heels, right? She was the one who told me, hey, the heels, the executives still do wear heels. And she did rightfully say, you know, I don't know anything, because I'm like, what do I know about fashion? Have you seen the way that I dress? It's the stains licking it? Anyways, so she's really owning up to that, and she really, really does show why the heels really, really works well on a CEO type person. It's a really nice look. I need to stop staring at the feet. I'm so sorry. You can't see me. Well, I mean, it's just imagine me. Just imagine me based on what I described to you. How do you? I have a photo. I have a photo that can help you imagine what I look like. Here, this is what I look like. Yeah, that's... Yeah. Yeah, that's... This is me. Me and my daily schedule. Wake up, type good morning in the group chat. 2 minutes later, shit my pants. 5 minutes later, throw the sword underwear at my sleeping wife. That's me. You thought that I was Asian. Oh, so every Asian has to look stereotypically Asian, huh? What you looking for? Slanted eyes on me? You're saying I can't have a double eyelid? You're saying I can't have straight looking eyes? Oh, now we're getting into stereotypes, aren't we, Chad? Hey, your poor wife. Stare. Hope you enjoyed that look at me. All keep in mind that you think I don't look Asian. Ears are so big, they call him what? I don't know what that means, and I'm scared to say it. He's not even Asian RL. Don't listen to the mod. No, don't listen to the mod. She knows me. No, don't listen to the mod. She knows me. He just has an... he just has an Asian fetish. That's messed up. By the way, I want you all to think of this, okay? A, the mod knows me in real life. B, for the last hour, she didn't type a single thing. She didn't type a single thing, and the only thing that she types is he's not Asian IRL. He just has an Asian fetish. That's genuinely hilarious. Oh, call him Juggy like a jug handle. I see. Oh, don't believe her. Don't believe her, okay? I am Asian. Isn't my wife a hot Asian? She is, and I guess that does imply that there's an Asian fetish. Like, is it an Asian fetish after, you know what I mean? Like, despite the fact that I'm also Asian? I don't know. Bad time to be laughing after just taking a sip of drink. Oh, thank you, mod, for your input. I wish I could ban you, but somehow you're also my mod. Look. Back to the outfit, okay? I will not take this personality slander. I really like this outfit. It's a very different sort of style from other outfits. She strikes me as a much more wise, mature CEO, right? But also, she still has that style and that fashion sense. But she strikes me as somebody who's like much more wise and mature than all the other CEOs that we've seen so far. Not to compare the CEOs. Well, I am comparing them for the sake of the ranking, but just in general, I like how this one exudes that type of feeling. I also like the choice of the hat and the book bag, as if to show that that's sort of what she's interested in. She's really deep into sort of being at the top of her game, not because of some sort of like outside influence or like business politics. No, she's here because she knows what she's doing, and she's always keeping up at the top of her game. Like, to me, that book bag reminds me of like somebody who kept so many notes that the entire thing is filled with all of her life's work, right? Like, this is someone who really understands who she is. You try to make her look older because she has an adult kid. I like how you said that, okay? The brat being the adult kid, thank you. That is a very apt description. And I love that I love that you tried to make her look older because of that. Very interesting tie-in to everything. Herb assassination attempt failed though. I also really enjoyed this outfit because, again, that striped shirt going down, as well as the black overcoat, the like black jacket, but not the leather black jacket. Specifically, you know, it's almost, I forget the style of it, but like it feels almost like a dress in a way, but it's not really a dress. You know what I mean? And the way that it sort of like curves in around the waist to sort of give that sort of like flare at the bottom. And then with the button pattern as well, all those gold different pieces, flares. Again, the triangle glasses. And then the choker with the flower on it, and the gloves, the black gloves, and look at the wrist with that little sort of like gold wristband. This is a very, very nice look. And again, it's very hard to step away from these pants, right? Because again, the pants, even to me, I was looking at it in my own game, and I was like, it really does look like the business sort of like big boss type of pants. It's a very solid look. And the necklace too. Sorry, the earring too. I can't really see it too clearly. The next shot will probably show it, but it's a very nice looking earring. Bro has permanent yellow fever. Let's pray for his convenience, for his convalescence. I can't be Asian here. It's not safe anymore. You imagine her glancing at 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 you over her glasses with a look that says, "What the fuck did you just say?" Yeah, that's a good way of saying it. Yeah, exactly. Because especially because it has that half look, right? She's either looking down at her documents, doing her work, or giving you that glare, right? And I've always loved that is it motif or stereotype? That thing that you see within stories when the person looks at you with the glasses slightly down, as if to say, "What is going on?" Very, very nice. Very, very nice. And now we get an even closer look at all the various accessories, right? We get to see a closer look at the earrings. Is that a Superman S earring? But my god, look at that earring. That thing must cost $1 million because A, incredibly detailed, looks metallic, so very detailed and very difficult to make. B, interesting pattern on it. This is a very, very strong look here. I like what's going on with this. Yeah, exactly. The staring down at you. How come this isn't working? Is my OBS frozen? No, thank God. Again, another look at this. Oh, and I didn't even notice the flower on the chest on the left side. Very interesting look. And again, I like this. The entire piece works together very, very well. The color scheme works. And look at the shoes even. I really, really like the way that the shoes have so much detail on them on the tip of the shoe. It almost looks like it has like a 3D pattern on it, but I can't really tell from this distance. It's actually very, very fascinating. This is a very solid look. And look at the belt around the waist as well. Just sort of like peeking through the gap in her jacket. Very nice gold look. Again, gold seems to be the theme for most every CEO. To be fair, gold is expensive, so. Another beautiful close-up shot. Just beautiful stuff. And even more of the hat too, actually. Specifically from this angle. I didn't notice that the hat was almost like a button hat as well. It's a very interesting sort of callback to the idea of her being the CEO of a fashion company. So why wouldn't her emblem be a hat with like a golden button on it? As if to say, like, you know, she is the best clothier of the entire nation. Very, very, very interesting look. You love the book bag. Yeah, exactly. It's a very nice book bag. You imagine the S is the initial of her family name and also the name of her fashion house. Right. Well, what S words relate to fashion? Oh, sultry. The sultry house. The sultry house. Yeah, I like that. You know what? I do like that she runs the sultry house. The suit suite. Today you learn yellow fever is an actual disease, not just an entry on Urban Dictionary. Isn't it jaundice or something? You also just notice that it looks like a button, so you thought that it fit. What? Does it mean that you only just noticed, and so now you're rewriting history to say that it fits, and that you just sort of chose the hat because you just wanted to look like an older hat? And you're trying to fool us? You're trying to pull the $1 million merino wool over our eyes? CEO? Such a typical CEO move. Again, another close-up shot. And here we really get to see all the details in the things, right? Not that the texture of this of the clothing really matters in terms of my judging, but it is interesting to see that this game, you know, this is the one thing that I really enjoy about this game. The game goes to painstaking lengths to really, really let you feel the clothing, right? Of the fashion games that are out there, this one really, really does feel good in terms of the way that it has so much detail and lets you examine everything super closely. And the way that it communicates things like texture, I think it does it super, super well. With the lighting, the shading, and with the style of things, and like with the way that things are even woven. Like you can see the pattern of the weave too. Very interesting. I really like the way that this game handles things. I didn't even notice the diamond droplet necklace. Everything does feel like a whole ensemble. Like everything feels like it fits in this theme of gold, diamonds, black, red, sort of like combo. But also like the red is a bit brownish, so it feels almost again like a nice hardcover. Like the hat and the book bag feels like a nice hardcover leather-bound book. It's a very interesting color scheme here. I really do like everything. The hat also has red in it, and the family colors are red, black, and gold. Yeah, I can feel that. Yeah, you maybe tend to overthink things. No, it's fine. That's what fashion is, right? Fashion is an exercise in people overthinking what they're going to wear to work, despite the fact that no one looks at you. I just derided the entire fashion industry. Fashion is an exercise in overthinking how often people actually stare at you, because most people don't even look at you. Most people don't even give you the time of day, so don't even worry about it. Yeah, fashion equals overthinking. So true. Now onto the bodyguard. Wait a minute. Did I mix up the foldies or something? What is going on here? We got two people using the same overcoat, the same hat, and somehow the same sword. It's like they're printing out these bodyguards. You know what? In my mind, these bodyguards come from the same school, right? All the guards are being trained at the same academy, right? They're contracted, and so both CEOs have decided to contract from the same place because one CEO said, "You know what? This bodyguard is pretty good. If you feel, afraid for your life, do check it out." And then you go, "Okay, I guess I'll hire this bodyguard too." Bam, same person. But yes, some details are different. It looks familiar. I see now why you said that it looks now I see why you said that it looks familiar. But there are differences. Yep, the boots is one, and I think the hairstyle as well. Pretty sure the hairstyle. The glasses feel roughly the same, but again, it's a very solid look. Like, it's a very strong look, and I actually really enjoy these boots. This is a great way of looking at it. By the way, thank you for taking a photo with the dog. This is a very solid photo. Again, I'm not judging the photo composition or anything, but I'm very glad that you A, got the dog, B, it's looking at you. I'm very sad that the dogs don't randomly poop, because I would love a photo with the dog taking a poop, because I think it's funny. And the accessories as well. Yes, exactly. Like, I actually do think that this one is a very, very interesting take on this look. One, the boots going all the way up, like those very, very high, almost like Hunter style boots. I think the brand is literally called Hunter. Very, very interesting look. And the boots really, really do work well as well, because of, especially if that red diamond in it too. I think that really pulls in the piece and sort of like brings your eyes and makes everything feel like it's a single sort of like uniform look. It really does feel like a strong uniform look. The glasses, again, very nice touch with the glasses, and then very nice touch with the long flowing hair too. I love the way the long flowing hair looks under this hat specifically. The way that it sort of like flows out of it. I'm pretty sure that thing on her chest is not a part of the shirt. I don't remember seeing that as part of the shirt. I like how that looks too. The emblem looks... Wait, I swear to God I've seen that emblem before. Oh no. Is that emblem what I think it is? Okay, good. It's not what I think it is. But it really does look like a military-styled emblem. No, it's extra because you said that she was in a war. Yes, exactly, yeah. I actually do, again, very nice touch, right? It feels like she's decorated. So it feels like, you really get to see her expertise of what she's doing because she wears it proudly on her chest to show everyone. TBH, there are only so many outfits in the game that make you look like a Hitler. That is true, but it's not about making you look like a Hitler. Again, I need to emphasize. Please stop saying that. That's not what I want you to do. It's about making you look like a bodyguard, right? Again, you need to step away from that frame of like you want to look like that type of character. I want you to think of a bodyguard, and that bodyguard could look like anything, right? Whatever a bodyguard could look like. We have examples in Secret Service. We have examples in things like, corporate people as well. There's a lot of different examples of bodyguards. I want you to step away from the idea of, like, I'm not trying to make you look like a very bad person. Yeah? A bodyguard is, in many ways doing a necessary job too. So. And there's a little pouch on one of her boots. I didn't even notice that. Thank you for calling that out, because I would not have seen that. Like a guard or what you call it. Yeah, like a garter belt. Actually, that's a very interesting touch. Is that actually a part of the accessory too? Like, I thought that was a part of the boot, but if that's just an extra accessory, it's a very interesting detail that you've added there. Oh, you know what? Great angle of shot as well, because I wouldn't have even seen it. The hair in the way that it hides the necklace, very interesting look. The earring. I like the look of the earring. The earring actually looks very, very interesting. Again, this idea of things that feel like emblems, like military emblems, like military decoration. Very nice stuff. It was an extra thing, the like garter belt pouch. Nice. It's a whistle. What? The earring is a whistle? Well, how is she gonna use it? Is she gonna bring her tongue all the way up to her ear? That's a pretty good look though. It is nice. Oh, the earring is the family crest, part of her bodyguard uniform. I like the stories that you're making for your character here. Again, I'm not gonna judge you on your stories, but it is interesting to see. And now I see the pouch fully. This is a good angle to show the like pouch. It really does look like the kind of thing that she would store like poison or something on it. Someone else has to whistle it. Oh, the necklace is a whistle. Oh, I was like, how is she gonna reach up there? I didn't see the necklace clearly. It's probably because I wasn't paying attention to it. Oh, I see it. It was blending in very heavily with the tie, so I couldn't see it. Oh, I see. You know what? That's actually cool. I do like that in the sense of like, you know, her blowing it and be, woo, get out the way, CEO coming through. I do like that look. And again, very nice close-up shot. We get to see more details of the face. Overall, very solid look. I really like the remix on this. I like how there's two different variations on this as a whole, and I really enjoy your accessorizing of this outfit. I really enjoy that you really heavily leaned into the idea of emblems and sort of like decorations and sort of ways to show accomplishments, but also, you know, in a way the color scheme feels consistent, as you say, right? And you can sort of feel this, right? It feels consistent between the CEO and the bodyguard. I'm very curious to see what your brat looks like, because does the brat even care about family consistency at this point when she is so, like, she doesn't have a single care in the world? Does she even care about continuing things on? No. She's her own woman. But also, kind of, actually. I really do like this look. Great choice of top. I think this top is a very interesting stylish top. And I've seen this many times in, like, you know, other styles as well, particularly on K-pop stars. I've seen this top like a fair amount. I think it looks very cool, and I like the pattern of like the it's not the laces, it's like the straps or something around the like chest area. There's something cool about the way that it looks. It looks almost like a spider's web in a way. And then it seems like you really leaned into this darker sort of tone for the daughter. You've got the leather beret with the leather jacket again. Very classic combo. Oops, give me a second. Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, the brat destroyed us. Somehow the brat demolished us, and I don't know how that happened. My brat broke the stream. Sorry, guys. That's so typical of her. That's really good. You thought your headphones died. Yeah, that was my bad. I was actually very surprised that happened. When did I cut off, actually? I probably cut off as I was talking about the color scheme. I'm assuming that was probably when I cut off. Dance party while we wait. You could dance party. We're blaming someone else for pausing it. Who's speaking there? Nightbot, why? You know what? It's the bot is set up to honor everyone who shows up. Sorry, YouTube viewers. The YouTube viewers are now gone. So say goodbye to your YouTube cousins, because their stream died and I'm too lazy to set it back up, because YouTube has the worst system for streaming I've ever seen. You have to set the title manually multiple times. So say goodbye to your YouTube cousins. They no longer exist. Don't know what happened there. Sorry, I think my internet connection died out for just a second, so my bad. But I was saying that I really do enjoy this look. I like the way that she takes on a bit of a darker, sort of more rebellious undertone compared to her mother, the CEO, as well as the bodyguard as well. And I really do enjoy the way that these different pieces work together. I like the way that the top looks with the spiderweb-esque feeling on the straps at the top. The leather collar is a very nice touch. The blood red diamond sort of like earring with that callback to the color family scheme is interesting, as well as her presumably what her pants is as well, because you can sort of see a bit of that dark red there as well. I do like that you sort of kept this color scheme all the way through. It's sort of the lineage. It's a very interesting look. And once again, the rich glasses with the beret and the little leather jacket combo making an appearance. You can't go wrong with those glasses. Rip YouTube cousins. Bye YouTube. It's okay, they already saw your submissions. You win. That's right, because the mod only believes in the votes from the YouTube chat. Listen, I have a reputation to, I can't have people believe that I'm into a particular type of thing, okay? I know I didn't say anything about, like, no foot pictures, and, like, most of you did give foot pictures, but, like, it is, like, these angles, it's, how do I explain this to people? Smile. Smile. Hey, yo, you're welcome. You're a welcome streamer. she's supposed to step into her mother's footsteps, but she wants to be a punk rock star. Exactly. Like, it feels like she's being a very rebellious brat, trying to fight back against what is feels like destiny that she doesn't want placed on her. Sure, streamer, sure. But, this angle is a great way to look at her feet, at least, I feel like, what's that guy? What's that guy who made Pulp Fiction? What's his name again? Who's the director of Pulp Fiction? Pulp Fiction director. John Travolta? No, it's not John. I feel like Quentin Tarantino lying on the floor in that one interview that he gave, where he asked that one actor to step on him. Right? That's what this angle feels like. I feel like I'm looking up at the brat. She also has a tattoo which your more traditional mom hates. Yes, I actually really do enjoy your use of this particular thing, because that tattoo, that flower thing that you can get imprinted on your leg, which is that thing, the green thing on her shin. It's very hard for me to think of any use cases, but if you're going for a more rebellious look, I think you've actually done a great job using it, because otherwise, it's very hard to sort of know when you'd want to have that thing stuck to your leg in a way. Because again, it's a bit of a tattoo thing going on. And it's hard to imagine how a tattoo could play into fashion, but a lot of tattoos and a lot of sort of fashion pieces do work very, very well. You think that's a feather. There's a blue version of it too, and you want it. Wait, actually does sound kind of cool. I need to find more of this stuff. We need to figure out... Do any of you know where to get a small loan of 1 billion blings? Or... she has a lot to annoy her mom. Nice. You don't even care about her feet in this one. You just want to be choked by the thighs. I didn't say that. A chatter said that, okay? And you know what? I can kind of see this. Again, this use of this particular thigh-high stocking with... Again, that almost lingerie feel at the top. For some reason, very complex patterns on wear like this always reminds me of lingerie, when it might just be almost like a lacy kind of look. Oh, it's from the evolved version of that piece. Oh yeah, I need to work on the evolutions too. Well, to be fair, I'm only on mission 2, so maybe I don't even have I don't really have access to it. So. Very nice choice of boots as well, okay? The boots really work out well. It's heels, but in keeping with the rebellious punk theme. It's got really huge platforms on them, really thick platforms, gold accents on it, and straps around the ankle. It's a very interesting look for these, right? It feels almost like combat boots, but in heel form. It's a very interesting style. Again, fitting in with everything here. Zettai Ryuki in its finest. Who is that? It's supposed to look like lingerie. Okay. Makes sense. Yes, the big platform shoes, yep. Photo number 3. A very nice top shot, which allows us to see more of the pant. I was a bit confused about how this pant worked, but I know which piece of pant this is now. So this pant, I really do enjoy these as a pants for the same thing. It has a very interesting cut. It's sort of like the half cut thing, where it has a window, it has a visible sort of cut and pane down I want to say a quarter of your leg, and the back as well as the side is fully covered except for this one open section. It's a very interesting look, and again, fitting in with that sort of rebellious punk theme. There's something about belts, loops, chains, and so on that absolutely works well, and I don't know why, because I wonder which one came first. Was it the punk rock look, or was it the belts, right? Which one defined it? But either way, it works really, really well. And I really like how sort of the way everything fits together. It feels like an entire statement from her against what her mother sort of has, almost wants for her. But she also is using her mother's funds. It's a very interesting look. We also get to see a bit more of the hair here as well. I didn't realize that the hair goes all the way down to the back, which is very interesting. I like, especially, I don't know if this is because of the lighting, but I'm assuming it's just because of the hair color. The way that the hair color fades from that white into the black tips. Very nice. And that bit of red on her wrist is a very interesting touch as well. You did the bubble one. It's a cute green, but the next one is to evolve it. Yeah, I have to figure out how to evolve all of my stuff. Peekaboo. That's a good way of saying it. It's a peekaboo style. He doesn't know Zettai Yuki. Let me just say this. Zettai Yuki. Zettai Yoki refers to the bare area of skin Wait, Zetai Yoki refers to the area of bare skin in the gap between over-knee socks and a skirt or shirts. Yes, that's exactly it. Yeah, it's the way that you get to see into it. It's like a peekaboo thing, and then you see that gap. It's a very sensual gap, right? Because like the skirt would otherwise cover up the lingerie bit, but like having that window there, you get to see that hint of like almost like, you know, playful sexiness. Yeah, like a tease. Yeah, like a playful sexiness tease thing, just in that one spot. It's a very interesting look. You've heard it called absolute territory. What? You've heard that bare piece of skin called absolute territory. That's an amazing name. That's actually an amazing name. You did one upgrade and now you don't know how to get more mats. Okay, you know what? Both of us are lost. I think both of us need to ask for some professional help. Yes, it's ombre. Thank you. That's the term. I was trying to figure out what the... I keep forgetting about the term. Yeah, it's ombre in the game. White on top and the ends are black. Very nice choice. You've never heard any names for that, TBH, so you're learning a lot today. Yeah, I always... Because, like, there's, like, terms for, like, thigh gap. And it's, like, when I think of the word thigh gap, I think that could be it. But then thigh gap is apparently the term when there's a gap in between, like the like, you know, the pubic area and your thighs. So it's not that. And then but then it's like, I feel like thigh gap is a better term for that. But however, absolute territory is actually an amazing name, so I do think it's pretty good. The song Absolute Territory? I mean, it could be. Yeah, the absolute territory is wild on this outfit. Very, very nice. Again, another nice shot. Just, man, the entire outfit fits in. And again, I didn't even notice this accessory on the hair as well. Very, very interesting shot to sort of accentuate it and to actually show us it there. Very, very nice look. Again, I really like the punk rock look on this one. Just the shoes, I really do think the shoes bring it all together. Something about the giant platform military combat boot shoes really brings it all together. And you just get to see her like hanging out after her performance. And this skirt is such a solid choice. Because again, now you see the way that the skirt looks from the side that's closed. It looks like a normal sort of shirt, like a short skirt. When you go to the other side, it's that little bit of like playful tease. That like very bratty style. It's very solid. Zetai means absolute. Ryuki, oh, that's what it translates to. Oh, territory. That makes sense. After getting drunk, she thinks this is a good idea and she's losing balance. Oh no. Oh no. You know what, to be fair, they didn't see her getting drunk. And again, I don't judge the bonus photo, so any bonus photos that you give me is not a part of the judging. But I do show them because I think it's funny. Again, the bonus photo for this one was her getting absolutely drunk. She was really having a good time. That is a massive ice cream. Do you see the ice cream? Holy moly, ravioli. I would love that ice cream. Wait, that ice cream looks amazing. Oh, and what are those? It's that because that's not a straw. That's like that thing. It's like a chocolate like pastry. What's that thing called again? I forget what they're called. I love those things though. I love eating them and I love dipping them inside like hot chocolate and not really sucking it, but like using it as like a dip. Oh. Sorry, I was just so focused on the food. But yeah, this is the bonus photo of her getting drunk after her show. Very, very nice stuff. We have one more contestant today. Have I gone through everyone? Who'd I go through? I went through the mod, I went through Nagi, I went through Navali, I went through Bumpy. Herb, who volunteered to be last. Herb is also from here. Thank you, newcomer, Bumblebee. It's now Herb's turn. Herb is a veteran from last time. And I believe Herb won the last one, though I wrote it down. I know I forgot, and I know it's bad for me to forget. It's been 2 weeks. I wrote it down. Don't worry, your points are safe. The points don't matter now, but they will matter at some point. Get it? Haha. And I want to see what her CEO looks like. Pull up my comments. Yeah. Let me give you just here. Mod comment. You're honestly pretty disappointed. Which one? Okay, which comment do you want me to have here? Do you want the second place one? You want me to pull up the second place comment? You want me to pull up the first place comment? You want me to pull up your stolen win comment? You want to pull up your you can tell that the mod is a sore loser. She's a sore loser. No, I'm just kidding. It is funny that she wrote all this. By the way, when the first thing happened, she immediately copy pasted these into the chat. It's It's by far the funniest thing so far. I'm incredibly grateful too. She even had a different message for if she won and if she lost ready at any moment. I have every single one. And then she started rioting. And then Nagi joined in. And then Nagi joined in. Oh, it's so good. Will I judge categories again this time? Yes. So the judging will stay the same. So again, as a recap for the judging, judge category, winners of each category, and then one overall winner as well. So it's gonna be the entire thing. First up from Heb, we have the CEO. Again, a very mature style look. I don't know if it's because specifically the short bob hairstyle reminds me of maturity, in the sense of like familiarity. Like I've always seen somebody who's older, more mature, more wise go for the short bob, or because naturally the short bob style, or just like a short haircut, lends itself to looking more mature. But yeah, exactly. It feels very adult. It feels very mature. It feels like she has her shit together. You know, pardon my language. It feels like she knows what she's doing. And then combined with the skirt as well, this entire piece is very, very nice, right? It's very sort of like simplistic in terms of its like scheme, but it's that simplicity that lends itself so well to that air of superiority and that air of like wisdom and that air of I know what I'm doing, but also that like hint of like I really know what I'm doing and I am about the fashion game. It really does feel like this character is sort of like your old wizened fashionista who has gone through everything. She's gone all the way from like model to CEO to fashion designer and like so on. And so now she's ready to just be at the top and sort of like guide everyone else. It's a very interesting sort of mature look. Same with the shoes as well. Something about that color specifically makes me feel like it's a very mature color. It's not so flashy. It has just the right amount of accent to feel like it's a very, very powerful statement. And something about the way that it sort of like slips onto the ankle as well as that line on the side looks very, very intriguing in a way. You imagine her slapping the creatures with her handbag. Like she doesn't even need like a bodyguard. She's like, I can handle this. I'll do it myself. Very interesting choice of bracelet as well. Beautiful, beautiful earrings. And you can see a bit of the makeup from this angle too. Light blush and with a very, very nice accentuated red lipstick on it. And I can't tell if the belt is a part of the skirt, but either way, solid choice. Necklace as well, we see it there. Two outfits are movie inspired. You want to see if I can guess. Hint, one is meant to have silver hair and it's Wednesday. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm so bad with movies. The only thing that I know for sure is Shrek. You think the absolute territory came from Evangelion, and you check the wiki, and it does. It kind of came from one of the Eva's abilities. Wait, really? Wait, you know what? I can kind of see that. Evangelion really does feel like a progenitor for a lot of things. Like I hear very often about that anime and how many different things come from that place. So you would love Shrek. Did you know that they're making a Shrek 5? Shrek 5 releasing in 2026. In fact, I have to leave you with that for just a moment. I need to use the washroom. Sorry. I need to use the washroom. Small break. I need to use the washroom. Look at this photo. Think of Shrek 5. Imagine Shrek in your mind. Believe that he'll come to you and that he'll say hello in 2026 as I go take a pee. BB. How does it feel to be abandoned by the streamer? Sorry, I used the washroom and I also got some lip balm because when you talk so much, who would have thought that the air entering and leaving your lips would dry your lips out? It was like beef jerky. It was actually genuinely dry. I could feel the skin like popping off. So, got my lip balm going. Balls. Streamer left us behind. I forgot that I used that emote I forgot that I used that emote for myself as the streamer. How could they abandon us like that? I didn't abandon you. I left you all with each other and Shrek. This is the second photo, CEO photo from Herb. Her name is actually Hebasaurus. I just like calling her Herb because it's just a new nickname. Sorry, I'm just saying there's something funny about the mod. She doesn't say anything for like hours and she'll just come in. She hasn't said anything for the past half hour and she just comes in and the first thing she says is balls. It's like funny about that. But again, we get to see more of the frontal look of this. We get to see a much more closer, detailed look at everything, right? So last one was the back shot. This one is the front shot. I'm going to keep using that as a joke. And again, a really nice choice of shirt. Again, this shirt we've seen quite a few times now. There's something about this shirt that really lends itself well to what one chatter said earlier, which is that sort of like office chic wear. That sort of like very, very nice sort of like classy chic look. It's a very, very solid look. The diamonds, and you can really feel the theme of this, the diamonds and the pearls across the entire outfit. You've got the golden bracelets with like the 4 hoops around it. That's a lot of hoops, actually. Wow. The huge, huge diamond earrings. I love the cut of this hairstyle. I forget the name of it, but it has a specific name, and I really do love the way that everything flows and the stuff. It's really nice. Balls, nice try. It's okay. It's okay. And again, you can even see a bit of the clip. It looks a bit like a button clip. I can't tell, but overall, it's a very clean look. That reminds me a lot of a very mature, classy person who knows what they're doing and like knows what they want and knows how to get what they need, right? Oh, another, again, I'm not judging the photo composition, but somehow another good NPC photo shot. These NPCs look way too good. I actually forgot that she existed. That's how you know I haven't done the story, because I know in the story you go back to talk to her a lot. But I've completely forgotten that she's existed, because I've basically just been going off on my own, doing my own thing. But I really do like the way that this look sort of all together. It feels like one cohesive piece, and just that feeling of maturity exudes, right? It's a classy maturity. It feels a bit, in a way, kind of like a Marilyn Monroe-esque type of deal. That's what it feels like, and I don't know if that's necessarily wrong, but it feels very, very much like that, like a timeless feel, like a very timeless look, which I think works super, super well. That's what it feels like. You know what? It feels classic. It feels timeless. It feels mature. It feels very thoughtful. That's what it feels like. Timeless, thoughtful, classic, mature. That's what your partner said. Yeah, it has that feeling. This next photo, this one kind of blows my mind, because I only knew about this feature from my wife. You can fly in the game. I didn't know you could fly in the game. Okay, I'm way too behind in the game, but there's origami birds that you can fly. It's kind of cool. I need to get further inside the game. Again, great detail shot here. Very interesting camera posing too. Again, I'm not judging composition of the photos, but I will say you've done a very good job of having this photo. In a way, though, it also looks like a Final Fantasy scene. It looks like a Final Fantasy character from Final Fantasy VII, because that game in particular has like very business-looking outfits, and they're flying away on their airship from the main villain, who's going to shoot them down, right? Like that ship in the background looks like a warship from the neighboring nation, which is kind of interesting to see. Again, very nice look. Just, again, very classic, timeless Marilyn Monroe style look. And as a bonus, Herb, I'm not kidding you, Herb provided foot pictures for every single character. Now, I'm not going to judge these. I just want you all to look at them, because I'm going to look at them too. I was forced to look at these, so I'm forcing you to look at it too. Balls. There's a foot photo for every single one, so I'm just gonna show them to you. I'm not judging the foot photos, but should I say that I don't want to say that I appreciate it. Like, I appreciate, but what I'm trying to say is, I appreciate the effort that you went through, and I appreciate the thoughtfulness of you providing it to me. I'm not saying that I appreciate foot photos. I'm just saying that I appreciate the intent behind it, even though I may or may not, but I probably don't enjoy the foot photos. I don't really know anymore. But, you know what? Thank you. You know what I'm trying to say, right? Like, it's like, I don't want to say that I appreciate the foot photos, because I don't appreciate them. But at the same time, it's not that I don't appreciate them, like it's like the foot photos. I just don't appreciate them, like the foot, like feet themselves. Nice feet. I'm gonna stop talking. Yeah. Yes, Reaver. Nice episodes. Oh yeah, I forgot. Everyone gets their own new emote now. If you have an emote that you want to have for your own name, please do tell me about it. It has to be an emote on 7TV, and you have to tell me about it. Now again, the rules I stated were that you can have some Photoshop, but it can't change the scenery. It can't give an outfit that doesn't exist. So focus on the character on the right. It's just a little bit of a composition shot to show that the character is bodyguarding the CEO. Once again, everyone somehow has the same sword. Nice butt. You know, I did say that some of these pants really do have like nice. Cheater! No. It's. I changed the rule. It was a last minute addition about a week ago, so it's not really last minute anymore. But again, it's just, as long as it doesn't change the outfit or the composition, like aka the scene is an entirely different place, I'll allow it. But I don't judge that. I just judge the outfit, right? But yeah, as I was saying, a lot of these pants, I'm really glad that the game has like different outfits that either accentuate curves or don't. Like it 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 it's interesting how many different like variations of it are there. Like you can be as sexy as you want, you can be as sort of like casual as you want, you can be as cute as you want, you can be as badass as you want. The game is surprisingly flexible in the way that you can dress yourself, right? Which I really enjoy. All this to say, I do enjoy the fit of some clothings. And again, sorry, I didn't mean to switch yet. I really do like that everyone again is going for that very sort of like powerful, authoritarian, sort of like badass fighter look, right? The beret and the jacket once again fits super well. We're seeing the pouch make a comeback as well for a second time that I've seen it now. And as well the boots as well making a comeback as well. Black leather gloves coming in. Interesting choice though, a difference in the bracelet, leather collar that I can see, and somehow the Zelda sword. I don't know where you all found the Zelda sword. A bit more from the front now, and I actually, in a way, it's from this angle slightly. You can actually see a bit more of the strap around the leg, right? Here, the strap isn't hidden. It actually looks like an accessory that she just puts on herself, more so for the sake of convenience and sort of the ability for her to have more things as she's going. Because when you look as good as you do, and when you're a woman, for some reason, women's pants never have pockets, so you have to somehow get a bag in some way. But like a handbag is kind of annoying; it doesn't really work. So it's like having a pouch on your leg is a pretty good compromise. Like it's a pretty good thing. It's on the side of the sword arm though, so she has to switch her sword arm to somewhere else to say throw poison at someone, which is interesting. Also like the haircut. It's specifically, I think it's the one that's like tied up at the back, hidden under the leather beret, and it has that almost like shape that goes down the front of your face. Basically every hairstyle that I've seen today has been fantastic. All of them have very different feels to them, and it makes you feel like it really fits every single theme, but also feels like every single one has been very unique in the way that they've been used to express a certain kind of feeling. You wish you could change accessory position somehow. I do wish that too. Yeah, it is actually surprising how static a lot of the choices are. Like, because like that one especially, you wish you could go higher, lower, different leg, you know, maybe like off on the side. I'd maybe even want it on her arm or something. It is somewhat static, but it also makes sense too. There's double Nickies. There's two of them. It's dangerous to go alone. Yeah, but yeah, I really do like this look. Again, very sort of like, you know, solid look for a bodyguard, and specifically using that top that we saw before on the other brat with that sort of spiderweb weave. But now it feels like, because of the context and the way that it's combined with the leather jacket and stuff, and with the sword, that sort of like spiderweb takes on a much more ominous feeling, a much more powerful feeling of almost a security web, almost like a security sort of like, almost something to hold her back in a way, like she's about to unleash. It's a very solid look. A very bad bitch. That was the aim. Very bad bitch. Yeah, it's a very solid look. I really do like it. And again, it's simple in its cuts, and so it like your eyes kind of like look at the details more, because there's sort of like it has that to work with. It's very solid. Another back shot, as always. Looking down on the town. Again, I'm not judging the compositions, but I do like that, you know, she's looking down on the town, presumably from the office, from the top floor, to make sure no one's gonna come inside. And again, I know this is, listen, it's not what I enjoy. It's just the chat just throws it on me. I don't enjoy it. Another foot picture. That's a very good looking down emote, actually. And not only just a foot picture at night with the banner in the back. Very solid stuff. A star banner. Is it a wishing? See, this is how long I've been playing how long I haven't played the game. Is it a it's a whim star. It's a whim star banner. The shoes gooner. What's that gooner phrase? Yeah, gooning. The shoes gooning. Oh man. Whenever wait, listen. I'm trying to step away from the foot angle. I know my desktop background is still feet, but it was meant as a joke. I'm never gonna escape. Oh, look at this! This is an interesting framing. Okay, I'll comment on the outfit after. Very interesting look for the brat. So now we're on to the final category, the brat. The idea of her with let's say her sort of like unapproved boyfriend, it really does feel like she just has some random dude who her family doesn't really accept, and she's just there posing with him. It is pretty funny. It's even funny when you look at the way that he looks. Like he just, what is going on with him actually? What is this look? Okay, sorry. Before we judge the brat, let's just judge her boyfriend. What in God's name is going on with the shoes and the socks? What? And my brother in Christ, your shorts look like they're pajama. It looks like boxers. What do? You just wake up from like a nap? And then you can't just throw on a beret? Like you haven't even washed your hair. What is going on? The bodyguard photos link with the CEO and the kids photos. Oh, I'm kind of curious about that then. You also DM photos of the inspo, so I don't have to guess the movie. Okay, I'll take a look at it after, because I do kind of want to guess what the movie is. But just remind me where to keep an eye out to guess the movie on. Funny story, you had an action shot for your bodyguard plan. You found one of those bad characters throwing punches in the air at the jail. Wait. You're blowing my mind here. Wait. First off, bad characters. Second off, punches. Third off, jail? What do you mean there's a jail? There's a jail in the game? I have to go further in the game. I feel like I'm missing something here. What do you mean jail? What do you mean punches? What do you mean bad character? What is going on? Play the game. Can you imagine? Okay. Imagine joining a fashion contest that's like based around this game, and then the person who is organizing it hasn't even finished I haven't even played the game yet, so all of this is like novel and new to me. And here I am trying to convince you all to give me like pictures of stylistic feet. Oh man. So you went to photo mode because that was perfect. But in the photo mode, the bag stopped punching and was just holding his head. Oh, that's unfortunate. I have noticed that actually. I'm very upset that like the photo mode doesn't also let you tweak the NPCs around you, right? Because I really wish you could play with more of the scenes, like say adding monsters and stuff. I know it lets you add some things, like some props or something, or some characters, right? Or like moving Momo and stuff, but I wish it could let you do even more. Like exactly that, like posing, because you can freeze animation on Nikki. You can't freeze time when you take a photo for some reason. NPCs still move around stuff, so you have to wait for the perfect timing. The entire scenery keeps on moving too. Is this in your website? Is this in your website? You know what? We don't talk about my website and the hidden foot section. No, the hidden foot section is a thing, but it will, I think you'll enjoy the new hidden foot section. Would be funny to move characters' hands. Yeah, exactly. To maneuver them. Just having the same posing system for other NPCs. Because what I really want to do is it's like a pop group photo where like a bunch of NPCs are doing the same move as me. I think it'd be kind of fun, especially with now that I know that there's some NPCs that look really cool. I think it'd be interesting to have them interact with your character. Because the beginning, so okay, this is all a side tangent, okay? The first quest where you get the camera, when you actually take that first photo, that character poses with you, and it never, you never get that opportunity ever again, which is very unfortunate. Would fit for Tavadi's character outfit. You know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know what that means. I'm too afraid to know. You oil up angry. No, listen. The bot just wants you to oil up. Look, see, you've enraged the bot. Sorry, side tangent. I just wanted to judge a bunch of things. The outfit theme he had. Oh, I see what you're getting at. No, don't do that. Let's judge this outfit, because this outfit is actually, just at a quick glance, very, very nice. One, long flowing hair. I really do enjoy that. White hair as well. Beautiful sort of like diamond tiara crown thing. Okay, chat, stop that. And then I really, really enjoy the hoodie look as well as the skirt look. The hoodie in particular, the way that it feels very, very casual, right? It's that casual bratty princess look that I really, really enjoy. As well as the skirt. I don't know how you found this skirt. It's called pleated, right? The way that it has those folds. And then the color scheme going from a pale to a much more heavy pink at the bottom. I really, really do enjoy this a lot. It's a very solid look. And somehow, are you holding a flag? How did you get that flag? I thought that was like a thing on your neck, but no. How are you guys finding these things? And Hint of the tattoo. We're seeing the rebellious streak tattoo coming back. And look at the shoes. The shoes actually call back. Yeah, I see the callback back to her mother's shoes. Like, sure, she's not really gonna follow in the same footsteps, but you know, she does pay some homage back to her. Hey, streamer, have you considered playing the game? All those things that you're seeing, streamer. Have you considered playing the game, streamer? Skill issue, classic, very classic. But I really do like this. I think you have tights on too, but it's kind of hard to tell. It looks like the like very light skin color, or like very see-through tights. But I really can't tell. I need to look closer. And again, that the top underneath the hoodie with like the almost like university varsity type of like cheerleader style. You know what it is? That top is exactly the same top that, what's her name? This is a very deep cut reference here. Anybody here watch Space Jam? Anyone here watch the movie Space Jam? It's like Lola Bunny's top. I'm not kidding you. Same top as Lola Bunny from Space Jam. Not even kidding you. Very solid look. Very nice look. And again, very nice makeup too. I like how you even went for the... I'm not very well tuned into the makeup term names, like the eyeshadow or something. It's all the stuff around it with the glitter on the bottom of the eye as well. Very nice look. And with blue eyes here, everything is interesting. It's a very nice look. It's a very casual, sort of like free, fun look. You have to open the game. Does she have thighs? Even found the flag America emote. Yeah, very nice. Oh, and here we get to see the backpack on the backside as well. Very interesting. You know, it's this backpack in particular feels like a very bratty backpack, because it's not like a normal school bag where it looks kind of weird, right? Where it's like, okay, look, it's a school bag that's for kids. No, this bag specifically reminds me of Girly Pop backpack. Girly Pop, you know, Barbie girl, Hello Kitty style, like going around town, being a little brat kind of like backpack style of like bag. That's exactly this style of bag that it reminds me of. Okay, and again, fits in with the entire theme, this very pinkish theme. Again, something about the Barbie girl style really does fit. It seems like everybody thinks of a brat as like a I'm a Barbie girl in a Barbie world thing. I didn't even notice the thing around the neck, the same piece that we've seen elsewhere as well. But again, very sort of like, I don't know why it reminds me of like a classic Parisian look, but I've seen photos of like Parisian women with that style of like necktie. And again, it really ties. It's interesting the way that it feels both classy as well as very casual at the same time. Like, she knows that she's rich, she's showing off that she's rich, but at the same time, she's just living her life and enjoying what she has, right? This is just her, like, because to her, this is her casual everyday wear because she's so rich, because she's such a brat, right? You forgot about the mid-blink photo. That's fine. Oh yeah, the blinking too. I wish the game would like let you pause the blinking and stuff too. Just me, or does she look higher a bit? Yeah, that's the mid the blink. To be fair, most people that I know that grew up rich also had a lot of time to get high, so it does work out. It does let you pause the blinking. Wait, really? Huh. Oh, you're right. Yeah, actually, yeah. There's like it's a slider. It lets you even choose how open it like goes, right? Based on the pose. You're right, but I do like it. It's really good. That's why you went for it. Very nice choice of necklace too. Again, speaks to her money. Speaks to her money. I feel like it's all about the money. And again, another flying nighttime shot, because why not? She has all this money all this time. And you actually get to see a bit of the way that the cuff of the hoodie itself even like flares out. It's kind of hard to see from the other angles because of the way that it blends in with the rest of the outfit. Like, you can't really see the delineation between the flare as well as the actual hoodie cuff itself. But here you really get to see it sort of like flare out, which is nice. And you know what time it is. Yep. Bonus foot picture. Yep. Bonus foot picture. If you look very closely, you can see her skirt. By the way, this is how you know it's a bonus photo, because like usually people would look at the clipping skirt and go, oh no, it's clipping. But no. The point of this photo is for you to draw your eyes towards the feet and nothing else. Just look at the feet and nothing else. That was our final contestant. All of you have done amazingly well. And this is going to be genuinely difficult for me to judge, because all of you have done some fantastic stuff. And the problem is that I'm gonna have to decide which ones I like the most from each and every single one. I have to be able to see the shoes. That is true. I saw the shoes though, so I'm gonna treat that as a bonus. Because every single one has been actually like genuinely amazing. All right, every single time we do this, I'm always sort of impressed by how amazing every single person's outfit is. It's very, very hard to choose just a single one that I like, because they're so good across the board. All of you nailed the themes. All of you know what's going on. You've all absolutely killed it. And so I have the hard job of saying that some of you killed it better than others. And this is very tough, because there's 3 categories in the total: CEO, Brat, and Bodyguard. And there's 1 overall winner as well. Okay? So much outfit inspo. That's the thing. A lot of outfit inspo. Before I do that, I'm going to stare at the photos as I try to guess the movie references. I'm pretty sure one involves one specific movie that Red was telling me about. A series of... it's about an all-girls school. And it's like a messed up school, but I forget the actual name of it now. But I remember him mentioning it, and it's apparently like a British classic movie. But I'm assuming it's one of those for Herb's thing. And then the other characters, I don't know. St. Trinians, that's the one. Yeah, yeah. Thank you. Yeah, that's the name of it. The St. Trinians, yeah. I'm assuming St. Trinians is one of your inspirations for at least the bodyguard. I don't know. It's very hard to tell. Maybe the bodyguard or maybe the brat. I don't know. One of those? No? Okay, well, I failed. What was the inspo? I'm going to look at the inspo. Movie inspo: Ken Ashcorp, Absolute Territory. Oh wait, that's not the inspo. You just wanted to teach me about what Absolute Territory was. The CEO movie inspo was... I've never seen this movie in my life, but yeah, you actually really nailed this like inspo here. Wow. But you know what? This really does feel like your classic sort of old school or your classic sort of like CEO character style, or like your business leader. Again, very Edna Mode-esque. Very Edna Mode coded. But I can't remember what the style of look is. But yeah, this really does feel like you nailed that inspo. You only have 2 inspo. There's another one as well. You know what? I didn't even think about. Is it Mean Girls? I'm pretty sure it's Mean Girls. Is it Mean Girls? Yeah. What is this our first movie? But the Mean Girls look. You know what? You absolutely nailed it with the varsity shirt. See that? The Lola Bunny varsity shirt with that hoodie on top. You know what I mean? It's like just straight up mean girl vibe. Oh, Devil Wears Prada. You said that you want to rewatch Devil Wears Prada while looking at that CEO fit. You know, I do. Maybe I need to rewatch it too, because I don't remember anything about that movie. Very solid stuff, chat. Now, the awards is going to be very hard for me, because I need to choose one person to win, okay? I give you a moment to look over these. In the meantime, I give you a funny gift to look at that will keep you occupied. Kind of like, it's a bit like having Subway Surfers, but even funnier, because he's just looking into his wallet every single time. Because honestly, like genuinely, all of you have given me some very, very nice outfits, right? And there's been very different themes across all of them. Like, all of you have basically taken the idea, the core concepts of the themes that I wrote out, and taken all of your own twist on every single one, which I really do enjoy, right? And both newcomers and veterans to this have done an amazing job doing so. It's very hard for me to choose a favorite here. Like, I'm going to have to really struggle with this one. Just give me a moment. But while I'm doing this, I just want to say thank you, all of you, for taking part in this. I hope that you enjoyed this, because I was very sort of like worried that the custom theme wouldn't work. And again, when I ask for feedback, you're absolutely allowed to be mean, and you're allowed to say this like doesn't work. But it seems like all of you did enjoy it, so I'm very glad. Because no matter who wins or loses, right? No matter what happens with the results, the key and the thing that I want to really emphasize, it's meant to be fun for you, and it's meant to be just an exercise for you to enjoy what you want to do, and to just have some fun dressing up with some guidance on how you should dress up, right? Not to say that you should dress the way that I tell you to do, but if you don't get points. So in a way, you kind of do, and I find that when you're constrained inside of a box, it helps you build up your creativity in a very interesting way, right? Where like you're forced to sort of think beyond the box and around the box, and what we see is again all the results that we've seen today. All these various outfits, all these very cool outfits, all these very beautiful outfits. Every single thing that we've seen today, every single theme that we've seen executed today has been fantastic. So thank you all of you for participating. I really do appreciate it. Pink Wednesday, and one is meant to have silver hair instead, but there was no short silver hair that you had. You know what? I will say this about the hair. I wish you could choose the color of the hair as well. So you could do like whatchamacallit? Like haircut, hairstyle, and then the hair color. Like I really do wish that was separated too. I don't know why it's tied to the haircut. Not that it doesn't make sense, but at the same time it's like I kind of wish you could be very freeform with it. So that's why you have the recolors. Oh, well, look at you. Look at the chat over here having completed the game and having the money to spend on it. Yeah, I mean, you can definitely tell it's a part of their business model, right? Because they have to make money somehow. They can't just keep giving away free clothing. If, for instance, let's say the Gap kept like giving away free clothing, the store would be making no money. It already doesn't make money, but you know, it would make even less money. So it makes sense. No socks or tights for the CEO's kid. Game loaded. You've neither completed the game nor spent 1 penny on it so far. I'm trying to make myself feel better about not having anything, okay? I'm trying to make myself feel better. Yeah, the recolors it's a very interesting feature. So basically, I think it's when you get a duplicate or something. I don't know the exact condition, but basically you can get like multiple versions of it with different colors. But I don't know how to get it. Like, I don't understand how you do it. Yeah, is it just based on poll? Is it like a random thing, or do you have to? Is it like Genshin Impact where you have to get multiples of it to upgrade? Because the Lunar New Year outfit, it lets you buy 2 of it to then get the recolor towards the like light blue, silver, diamond look. Oh, it's multiples. Okay. Wait, so is that why when I use the vending machine, sometimes I'll get like a multiple, and then it'll give me like a new resource? That's a 4-star. Oh, that makes sense. Wait, so it's based on the star of it too. Oh, that's a pretty intense thing going on there. That's a pretty intense thing going on here. You know what? They have to make money somehow. They have to make money somehow. It absolutely makes sense that they would do this. I just kind of forget at times that the game is technically a gacha game. Because the game itself is so good at just... Like, because you can get pretty far by just playing the game, especially if you don't care about the points. You just care about the styling of it. Which is why... It's why I do the contest in the way that I do. Because I just want you to focus on the styling of the things. And not necessarily the like stats of things. Like, if you had to care about the stats, I would go a little insane. If I had to calculate, okay, who has the highest stat? Because the game is eventually going to have the like stat system. Because, well, it has it now. You can do the style battles, and your stats matter, and it sucks. Yeah, it's a gacha game for a reason. Yeah. And 5 stars also have a specific stone that's something you will get through polls too. Oh! Yeah, that's very intense. Yeah, the evolving dresses. Yeah. Yeah, I'm kind of sad that the way that the game handles dress competitions right now is actually based off of the stat system. Like, I really do wish it wasn't really the stat system. I wish it was just possible for you to play the game and not have to like interact with the stat system, where it was just based on clothing. But I get why. It's like, how else do you do the ability for you to like win in a styling competition without something that has a measure, right? It's like that old adage of once you measure something, it begins to lose all a meaning. But it's even worse because fashion is so subjective, and thus you can't measure it. But also, by the way, fashion is subjective. So if you hate my rankings, that's on you. I am the subjectivity here. I'm allowed to choose whatever I choose. I'm almost done choosing. Sorry. Continue talking amongst yourselves. You know what? Do you want some more like things on screen to keep you occupied? Here's a new photo. Riot. Here's a new photo. Do I have any more cool looking gifts? I do have some gifts actually. Do you want a cool gift? There. That'll keep you occupied for the next like, I don't know, two minutes. It's not as good as Subway Surfer, but it should work. Man, this is hard. Like, I'm looking at the photos myself. Holy shit, cowboy. What an amazing reaction. Holy shit, cowboy. It's like the first time you've ever seen a cowboy in your life. You know what? This is hard. You know what? The more entries there are, I'm realizing it takes a while to get through and figure out, okay, like how to actually judge these, because there's so many. There's actually just so many good ones, and all of them are so good. It's so hard to choose. Oh, it's so hard to choose. Every single one is so good. You thought that I made my choice before? No, this is my first time seeing all of these photos actually. Riot. So I kept it as basically unknown as I could because I wanted to have my reaction on the stream as well, because I didn't want you to almost like feel like I'm making things up and like I've already pre-chosen, right? Because then you can sort of feel it in the way that I present things, in the sense of like you would know if I feel a certain way about things. Sorry, I had to take this quick phone call. Yeah, it was actually a spam call. So whoever called me to spam me, you were correct. That was a spam call. I'm calling him to bribe him, says chat. But that's why I don't judge beforehand, because I want to give it like its fair chance, every single one on its own. What's great too is I have short-term memory loss in a way, so I don't even remember the outfits. Like I look at them and then I forget them the very next second. So you're in luck. Like I never really understand what I'm looking at. It's just all images to me. It's just pictures that don't really make sense. And you know what? It's good too, because the pressure is on to choose who wins, because every time the mod wins, I'm accused of rigging the game. But she also made fun of me, so maybe she doesn't get. Maybe mod, if you were nicer to me, you might win. B, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. She pre-sends a bribe. She doesn't bribe me. No, she doesn't bribe me. Okay, this is. But also B, for the first time ever, we have more competitors than there are categories, which makes it even harder. Because I need to somehow choose a winner, and there's going to be at least 2 people who don't win anything, unless one of you wins the all category despite not winning a single category, which I don't think would work, technically, because I don't see how that was a possibility. Basically, wow, this is a hard choice. I'm actually going through every single one again and again, just really narrowing down which one I really like. Oh, it's so hard. Oh, it's so hard. Oh god. Will you be mad at me? You know what? Have a new gift to keep you occupied. Will you be mad at me no matter what I choose, right? That's a goal. What's the guarantee that you won't be mad at me no matter what I choose? What about now? I cheered 15 bits with the message. What about now, streamer? Well, you didn't read the rules, and I want you to know that I don't take donations and stuff, so you might miss the results. Mum's just called. Oh, sorry. Okay. No worries. It'll always be there, and it'll be on the screen, so I'll go through it, and I'll let you guys know. God, this is so hard. Honestly, all of you have done such an amazing job. Oh, God, all of you have done such an amazing job. It's so hard to choose. Every single one has been fantastic. Okay, I think... Yeah, okay. Ugh, oof, it's so hard to choose. You don't know. You think that you did the best, says the one chatter who didn't submit. You know, I'm surprised that you didn't submit, because you are in the design world. I would have thought that you would have wanted to submit something here. I think it'd be interesting to see more people in design give their stuff here, so we can really see every single piece. Oh, this one's also really good though. Man, this is also really solid. Oh my god, they're all so good across these categories. Like, I actually really like all of them. It's so hard to choose. It's hard to choose. Oh, it's so hard to choose. It's so hard to choose. Actually, I'm actually curious about that. I'll have to do an anonymous poll at some point where it's like, I'm curious to see what everyone's makeup is, in the sense of like, what drives your choices here, and like, what is your inspiration of your choices? 'Cause I've always been curious about like, does it correlate to some type of person, right? Like, if you're a designer, do you have to have like more ideas about what you like and stuff? I put this on myself. Very true. You know what? You're not necessarily wrong. I did put this on myself. It's just every time I'm surprised at how hard it is when I should recognize by now that it's hard. You said it before. You don't like doing design for yourself or something you already do so much of it. Oh yeah, we had that big discussion about like doing your own job for yourself. Yeah. Fashion is not your thing. You'll wear a plastic bag with shorts if you could. You want chat? We need to teach this chatter how to be a fashionista. I don't know what to do. Okay, it's. I'm almost done. I'm almost done. Just down to a couple more choices. I'm almost done. I'm almost done. What's again, and also what's genuinely hard too is that because it's very hard to choose pieces that are different from everyone else's pieces. If you have like a very similar look to somebody else, knock on wood, or like what's that thing that like goes like right, like certain overcoats. It's very hard to choose. It's very hard to choose between the overcoats. I won't lie to you. Why did you both choose the same jacket? Okay, this, and then I think it's this. Plastic bag with a hole. You wear a plastic bag with shorts if you could, because now if you think about it, it sounded bad. No, what, plastic bag with shorts? That doesn't sound bad. Okay, chat. About to dig my own grave here. I've got almost all of it done. I give you a new gift to keep you occupied. Just one more minute. Here, you know what? In honor of the working theme, here's a businessman running for his life. All of you have done amazing. There can only be one winner, but I want all of you to know that you've done all fantastic and that there is no such thing as losers. There's just bring back the cowboy. Wow, okay, immediately. I put on a guy in an office suit and the chat's like, bring back the cowboy. He's funnier. There's no losers here. All of you have done an amazing job. But my god, all of you have done, like, the competition has been genuinely fierce. Genuinely fierce. It's all of you have done a fantastic job with all of your looks. It's genuinely been difficult to choose because every single person has something very different and cool across all of their looks. I really like everyone's looks here. But there can only be one overall winner and one winner per category. And this time, it's going to be a very interesting role, and you can't blame me for what I choose. I just think there's something nice about these, okay? We start from the very top. The very, very top. We start with the CEO role, right? Every organization has a CEO. There can only be one CEO person. Can we see all category outfits for my brother in Christ, my chatter in the Christ? What do you think the last 2 hours were? What do you think the last 2 hours were? You know what, to be fair, I did want to do this, like next time what I'm going to do is that during this segment, you'll see all the category photos sort of like scrolling by in the background, as an all in one screen. No, I can't. I have no easy way to. I haven't made it yet. Basically, next time when we do the judging, A, it'll be a lot smoother. B, you'll see a lot more fancy UI stuff for it because I'll actually make it properly. And C, you can even see it on the website in like a 3D lookbook, which I'm gonna make. It's gonna be really cool for you to play around with, but I'm not. It's not ready yet, so sadly you can't see it all in the one screen. All we can do is just use our memory, but that is the plan. You want to redeem my hot Asian wife with my points? You leave my wife alone, mod. She's mine. First up is the CEO category. Every company has a CEO. Every company has a head, okay? The head of the dragon is oftentimes probably the most important. You can bite off the tail, you can even bite off a piece of the body, but as long as the head is still alive, it will still bite back. Why? All the power is contained in the snake/dragon's head. And here, the CEO is not somebody who worked to exploit people, but the bees of Mirrorland. Yes, only the bees truly suffer it, because the bees are skinned alive for their furry bodies to use to make socks and children's clothes. The CEO is also a scholar, somebody who researched things like rugs, onesies, garter belts, right? Writing the latest research into a garter belt. The CEO is somebody who drives the direction in an ideal world, who seeks to take care of their people in an ideal world, takes one to know one, and who seeks to skin all bees to make the most efficient sock development line in an ideal world. Sig is not the only one with Asian fever. what about the Hydra? You know, a Hydra is kind of cool too, but there's too many heads, and they sort of like all fight for each other for like the main spot. It's like having three siblings, right? Only one of you can be the best sibling. CEO is the one that sacrifices everything. Exactly. Yes. And of the CEOs here, I really enjoyed one particular look because it was honestly a very interesting take on the CEO and a very solid execution of the concept. This is not recency bias by any means. This is not because of the inspiration shared. I just saw it and I said to myself, this really does feel like a CEO. This feels like the kind of leader that I would want in my organization leading me, if only because the way that she looks elevates the way that I look. Simply by her existence, am I, in a way, given that much more meaning in my life. Herb? Oh, it's not short. Herb, congratulations. Your take on this sort of like mature, classic, timeless CEO, I really enjoyed the execution of this. Again, this doesn't mean that I didn't like every other CEO. There is not a single outfit that I didn't like. I think every single one of you had amazing outfits. Even the newcomers, even the veterans, all of you have had an amazing... Look at the Discord. Nikki threat. Nikki threat? Am I being threatened? I'm being threatened for my choice. I'm being threatened for my choice over here. Fashion House S just posted a statement. Oh my god, this is live breaking news. It is with great sorrow that it has to be said that the jury of the best CEO of a fashion company is unfortunately unfit to recognize true talent and the one and only fashion queen MS. What does MS stand for? Madame Slick? Our lawyers are working on appealing the decision and are investigating this very minute if we have to deal with a case of bribery. Whoa. Madame Slick and Smooth, I did not take the bribe. Mother S. I didn't mean to disrespect you either. MS Paint, I didn't mean to... Microsoft, I didn't mean to disrespect you. The entire existence of the competition is an insult towards the iconic Fashion House S and shall not stay unpunished. A lesson for all of us to learn here is that not everyone has the ability to recognize true greatness. Fashion House S. I like how you wrote this as an actual visual threat, the way that it looks like a press release from like a very scary company. You know what? But I will not back down. I will not back down. You can't intimidate me. You can't threaten me into fighting against the truth. The truth that herbs look, the mature, the classy, the timeless, in Miss Nikki by Herb was the top pick for me. It doesn't mean that I feel like the fashionista of House S was bad. No, not by any long shot. I genuinely did. I actually, again, like every single outfit I really did enjoy. But it's just this look just really exudes that energy that I sort of like feel from a CEO. All of them did, but this one really reminds me of that classic sort of like timeless look of a CEO. Like again, her look elevates me. If my CEO was her and I'm her programmer, because I don't know why this world would need a programmer, but let's assume that people who program are actually useful in some way. I think I would want her as my CEO. You like to pick too much, you want to do something with it, and you're very excited that you lost. I too am very excited that you lost too. Anyways, please speak to my lawyer. I will only do contact through my lawyer. Thank you. I'm just kidding. But every CEO has a support team. CEOs buy them. I am her step stool. I am her step stool. Yeah, exactly. I am her step stool. That's what this feels like. But even then, she feels nicer in that way. She feels like a mature, wise person who won't just use me as a step stool. It's really good. Yeah, it's a very classic fit. It feels elevated, very classy. That's it. Elevated, classic fit, like classic look. And again, all of you had amazing takes on it. I loved all of your themes in particular. Every single person had a different theme for the CEO, and it was a very hard choice. I really liked all of them, okay? Even the newcomers who had no outfits because they just started, I think all of you did an amazing job. This is not to say that any of you are losers. It's just, again, man, it's just so hard to choose. But you know what? I have to choose. Next category is the bodyguard. I have to choose. Because somebody has to keep the peace. Okay, here we go. Here comes the mod. Here comes the mod with her sayings. Here we go. Here comes the mod. I'm honestly feeling pretty disappointed at losing the Infinity CEO Infinity Nikki competition. My creativity and innovation were not recognized, but I'll use this as a learning opportunity for next, and I love how it always cuts out at the very end because there's simply not enough space. Mod loser. Mod loser? I'll name this one as Mod loser, and we'll show this on screen for now. Every CEO needs a bodyguard. Every CEO needs somebody who's going to keep her safe, right? And because you have to keep it safe. I mean, look at this. Every single the CEO is such a classy, beautiful person. She elevates the entire industry. She elevates the entirety of Mirrorland. That without her, I think fashion would cease to exist the moment that she disappears. And you know what? After that threatening letter from House S, we've got to think about keeping her safe, right? The only problem is House S has planted somebody in the place of the bodyguard. In spite of the combative words of the CEO, still the bodyguard somehow made it through and was chosen by the jury, by the people, aka me, to be the best bodyguard there is. I really enjoyed this fit, and this one in particular was extremely hard to choose because, again, there was quite a bit of overlap between the two characters. Okay, I'll just full screen these. This character and Nagi's had sort of the same outfit, but it was specifically the way that these oh, sad cat. See, now it's starting. It was, again, I'm not comparing them. I just really like the way that this one was accessorized. The hair was a great choice, and then the boots really tied it together. And there's something funny about the sword. I think the sword is a bit of a cheat code. That the sword, Discord, please. Discord, please stream. Okay, but between the mod and you, both of you are shitposting me. But I really like this. It was super hard to choose, but this one really does make me feel safe. This one makes me feel like I'm in the presence of somebody who understands what's going on and how to take care of things. Someone who has all the experience in the world. And again, leading into that war theme of the game as well, the fact that there's like a weird war side story with the emblems too, such a good choice. Yeah, again, this is not to say that the other bodyguards were bad. The other bodyguards were just as good, okay? It's just really, really hard to choose. Anyways, here's a statement from the bodyguard. With great pride, I can announce that the uniform of House S won the competition of Best Bodyguard Fashion of today's fashion houses. I'm incredibly thankful to my master, MS. I like you. Okay, why did you call them master versus boss? For taking me under her wings in times of biggest need. It was always my wish to serve greatness, and I am truly happy to know that after my long fight in the war, this is my destiny. Sorry, it's just the like background contrast. BG. Oh, because she's a bad girl, right? Or like she's a bad girl. Oh, no, bodyguard. Sorry. Bodyguard. Sorry. I was like, bad girl? Like BG, bad girl, bodyguard. Again, all of you did amazing. It's just, man, this one was solid. And again, I love the theming of it, the accessories too, the pouch on the side, the boots with it especially, the accessories of the emblem on the chest, the emblem on the ear. It really did feel like a military powerful person. It was just a solid look. Again, it was very hard to choose, right? Because of the similarities. But again, I'm not comparing them. I'm looking at them in absolutes. Yeah, exactly, yeah. Finally, the final category, the brat. Oh, the brat. See, the brat was a very interesting category for me because I didn't think anybody would understand what was going on. I was very worried about the Chaebol line being lost on all of you simpletons who know nothing about the corporate world. But alas, I was reassured. Because again, this was also a very hard category. All of these were very hard categories. The brat in particular was so hard to choose because every single one of you understood the assignment. This guy and his Asian fetish. At some point, right? Somebody's gonna join into the stream, and it's like every half an hour, the Asian fetish thing is like brought up, but like nobody knows that I'm Asian because I don't say it, right? So it's like I have to explain it every single time. You know what? It's not an Asian fetish. I just really enjoy certain types of looks, and I really enjoy the idea of a chaebol, right? Especially with the idea of somebody being the rich daughter of a chaebol, from somebody who can't be jailed because the company must run, to yelling at somebody over peanuts on an airplane flight. I thought one character in particular exemplified that sort of like bratty behavior, that like rich spoiled child of a CEO look. Nagi! I think you did an amazing job with your brat in particular. Your brat made me hate her, but I also really, really loved, in general, the vibe of your brat, especially with the theming that you had going on and the styling that you had going on. Exclamation mark rigged despite them winning. That's crazy. Okay, we have a new statement being put out. We have a new statement being put out. We have a new statement being put out, and the only message that I got in my chat was smile. It was the 15 bits. No. It wasn't the bits. No. Listen, you know what? Okay, I'm going to make my statement. She still won't date you though. I'm gonna make my statement here, okay? I know that Nagi gave me 15 bits. I know what it seems like. I know that Nagi gave me 15 bits, okay? And I know it seems like bribery, but I promise you, this competition is taken with the utmost sincerity, the utmost care. It is not at all bribery of any sort. This is a fair competition. I did not take money. I did not take money to influence my decision. This is a fair competition for all people. And I know that she won't date me. That's okay. I'm married. It's not like I was hoping or anything. I know. But yeah, I just really like this look, especially the top. Like, I really like this Barbie fit. Yeah, it's specifically that like Barbie girl vibe, that like bratty, kind of look, the like playfulness of it, and then the use of the blush makeup as well as the shirt and the plaid skirt and like the idea of like the fishnet theme. That to me absolutely worked. I think it worked very, very well. You can tell it's legit because the mod didn't win any. She'll date your wife. It's because my mod's bribes weren't big enough this time, says my mod. No. The bribes don't matter for anything. And I also need to address the complaints from the crowd. There's been a statement here. My mother will hear about this. She will sue you to your last fling. XOXODS. What does DS mean, huh? What does DS mean? XOXO. My mother will hear about this. She will sue you to your last fling. Well, you know what? Between all the threats, all the violence, and all this daughter S, all of these accusations, all of them are false. Do you know why? I run a fair and wonderful competition. You don't know about the last name. It's fair. Last names are kind of hard to make. I want you all to know that this competition is fair, and all of you did your best. And I'm very proud of every single one of you. I think you've all done an amazing job. And though we have winners for each category, there's also a single winner overall for the entire thing. And I want you to know, oops, I didn't mean to take that photo. Just because somebody wins doesn't mean that you lost, okay? Doesn't mean that necessarily you're a loser at it. It simply means that some of you, I think, have shown more in my eyes. It doesn't matter. 6 fingers. He doesn't take bribe. He takes 6 fingers after all. What? 6 fingers. The earring says this. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting. I keep forgetting about the earring bit, right? There can only be one overall winner for all of us. This is the overall winner. Every single person gets points. The points don't matter, but the points will matter. Winners of each category gets points too. But the overall winner was somebody that I felt was able to nail every single category to the best of their ability, and in a way that I think fit the themes that were presented. And again, if you didn't win, please don't feel like it's a bad thing. Please don't feel like you lost. Again, Wait, I'm sending something. Check your bank account. Says my mod. Okay, well, sorry. I had the wrong name written on the award card. Let me just change the name on the award card really quick. No. No matter how much money you send me, mod, I will never change my mind. There's one person in particular who I think did a great job across every single category, who I think really exemplified all the themes that I had going on here. And that person is gonna get a drum roll, like a fake, just like do a drum roll in your room. I don't know, just like do a drum roll in your room, okay? Just like, cause I can't do it here because my microphone has like, you know, a noise hit on it. It's Bumblebee. I thought Bumblebee did an amazing job across all the categories. Genuinely, I really loved this idea of like the mature CEO as well. And again, having seen two of these, and especially her, is sort of like feeling like almost this like character who's like very, very skilled, like someone who really cares about her skills and her knowledge to like carry it around as a CEO, right? I love the color schemes and the use of accessories as well. Time to ban everyone, says the mod. And again, we know the bodyguard of Bumblebee is a classic sort of like powerful bodyguard who I really enjoy. That look, something about the power that exudes from it, and that sort of like leaning into those military emblems. Really fantastic choice. Okay, I've got a new statement. I have a new statement from the CEO, which I'll show at the very end. Message deleted. As well as the Brat. I genuinely thought the Brat was a fantastic take as well. And especially, the Brat was really, really hard. Because it was this idea of... all the Brats had a different theme, and I really enjoyed this Brat as well. Especially with the idea of like the like teasing stuff look through the skirts. And just like this like feeling of like a rebellious punk rock vibe. It's very, very solid stuff. So, Bumblebee, congratulations, you're the overall winner. I congratulate you. You forgot that you also rate all together. S statement is not 100%, but it's all you got. You know, yeah. Here's the winner's personal statement. Here's the winner's personal statement. It is with great joy that we announce that the fashion house and me, CEO MS, once again, we're graced with the title of biggest fashion icon. I like how it's just the biggest fashion icon. We are thanking the jury for this opportunity and honor, and encouraging the contestants to keep their chins up. They are always welcome to apply for an internship in a trend-setting fashion house. By the way, and then the citation or like the like footnote says unpaid. Unpaid internship. That's how lowly everyone is. Yeah, sure. Thanks to our employees too, who work tirelessly to make my fashion visions come true. Be sure that Fashion House S will create your fashion of tomorrow. Gracefully, MS. That's how you know that I can't be bribed, because this was a person who threatened me at the very beginning, okay? Again, not even kidding you. Same statement, just now the words are a lot nicer, and now they're no longer threatening me. This entire family has like threatened me has threatened to take my life and my livelihood as a judge, as a fair judge in the world of fashion. And still, she won. That's how you know that I run this fairly. Please, I'm begging you, cancel the lawsuit. I need money, please. I'm begging you, please cancel the lawsuit. But yeah, again, all of you I think did fantastic. The newcomers, the oldcomers. It was really tough to choose. Like, if it's like points, right? Let's say 1 to 100 points. It's like 0.1 points of a difference for every single category across all of you. All of you nailed all the looks. One of you said this before, how you love how different all the Brats are. I loved how different every single outfit was. The CEOs, the bodyguards, the Brats. All of you, I think, stretched your creative definitions of it, and I really enjoyed all those different takes. I loved all your different inspirations for all of them too, and I think you've all done a fantastic job. Again, it's like 0.0001% difference between all of them in terms of like how much I liked all of them. It was just very hard to choose, and this is only going to get harder as more people join. So again, just because your name wasn't at all called doesn't mean that you lost. It simply means that, you know, I'm just biased, and it's a very subjective thing. I think you've all done an amazing job. You're really happy that your CEO and Brad lost so that you could use that statement. So true. What would happen if your bodyguard lost? I will say though, there's one particular hidden category that only one of you did, and that's the foot pictures. Herb is the only person who sent me foot pictures, and I will say I'm very disappointed in all of you for not reading the room and not sending me your foot pictures as well. I thought it was very clear last time from the first competition that I enjoyed the foot pictures. Like I even start every single judging from the foot up, and still only one of you decided to send me foot photos. Why, chat? Why? Do you not enjoy feeding your streamer? Do you not enjoy giving your streamer a little snack? My mother will hear about this is a great line. It's such a good line. Yeah, it's such a good line for like a bratty. It's such like between that and the text messages from the mod, it's just it's fantastic. And what's so good, it's the brevity of it all. It's the brevity of this thread. Like the brat has no time to waste on you. She's living her life and then having fun. So all she says is, my mother will hear about this. She will sue you to your last bling. And then the XOXO at the bottom, it's solid. Here it is. Here's the bodyguard statement as well, in case the bodyguard would have lost. You know what? Chat, specifically UV, from now on, I'm going to make you lose every single one because I want to see your statements for every single one. The jury of the bodyguard competition dared to insult and mock the traditional bodyguard uniform of the fashion house S. The traditional clothing of this iconic fashion house has a long history. It's rare to find such elegance and practicality. Oh, practicality, yeah, that's a good way of saying it. I was trying to find the exact word, but practicality is the phrase. Like, whenever I made reference to these outfits feeling like they were very, like, military focused, I was thinking to myself, yeah, it's that practicality. Like, the way that it feels like you can run in them, it's that practicality. All of you nailed that practicality element of what a bodyguard needs, while also still nailing that, like, fashion fit. Every single one of you. It was very hard to use. Rare to find such elegance and practicality combined in one design anywhere else nowadays. The fashion house S awaits a formal apology, and the jury better keep their doors locked. Again, this is a fair competition. No money, no threats can hold me back. It doesn't matter if this family threatens me. From daughter, to mother, to bodyguard, and everyone in between. Doesn't matter how much money you throw at me. Doesn't matter that I now have $1,000 from the mod in my bank account. It doesn't matter. I care about the fairness of the competition. I run my shit clean. Put $1 inside the swear jar. Put that 15 bits inside the swear jar. I don't need it. To be fair, you had extra time last night. You know, I'm glad that you all enjoyed it. And I'm very glad that you all sort of like were able to get immersed in it as well. Thank you, all of you. Nagi DM'd me a real photo of his actual foot in real life. That's for later. Thank you very much. Your rating has gone up. See you next to the competition. But thank you, all of you. Again, none of you lost in my eyes. It was just so hard to choose. It was like just barely a percentile difference. Every single one of you did amazing. Yeah, the random foot photo got me. Thank you all for showing up to this Infinity Nikki lookbook. This will continue on for the next one, and I'll reveal the theme of the next one, but not the criteria yet. I'll give you the criteria for next time. Wow, better than 15 bits was a foot photo. Oh, you're right. It had a sock on, which means I didn't pay after all. You're right. There's still a sock on it. That's sad. I'll send you back the 15 bits, yeah? Thank you for the tish. I don't know what that means, but thank you all for participating. And I hope that you all enjoyed it. If you have any feedback about the competition, please do let me know. I don't mind how heavy the feedback is. It's actually better for you to be as heavy as you can, so that it can only get better. Competition. I like that. That's a very nice shorthand. I'll use that from now on. As a reveal of the next category, next time will be Valentine's Day theme. That's right, because Valentine's Day is in 3 weeks. Now you might be wondering, wait, streamer, why 3 weeks this time? Well, guess what? I realized after doing this now, that 2 weeks and a single day for me to collect all the photos and download them and get all the assets ready just isn't enough. There was actually supposed to be more funny assets for the theme, but I couldn't get them done in time. And so it was very hard to organize all of this stuff, okay? So I need the extra week myself, but also for Valentine's Day, I think it's better for all of you to have an extra week as well. I won't give you the criteria yet. I'll give them to you tomorrow because that's also why I need the extra time. So I some time to think about the criteria. And hopefully by next time, the format will work a lot better because exactly. Time to code the asset fetcher because when we get to that point, hopefully the things that I'm making for it will actually work. That way, you actually get to see more things on screen, kind of like a Subway Surfer type deal. Yeah. My goal with this is to keep you entertained at all times with what's going on the screen. So, again, thank you, chat, and goodbye, everyone. For the Infinity Nikki lookbook, I'm not done streaming, but I hope that you all enjoyed. Bring back the cowboy? Yeah, sure. Can you go out with my wife for Valentine's? No. Well, yeah, no. Here, look. You want the cowboy? Here. And thank you all for participating. It's been wonderful being your host, and I'm glad that you all enjoyed it. Say goodbye to my Nikki. Perfect timing. Yes, haha, I timed it perfectly. Haha, I timed it great. That was perfect timing. We're going to move on now from Infinity Nikki, but before we do, I have a song for you.